What's good, what's good, what's good, family? It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper. Welcome to another episode of Trappin Tuesdays, man. Listen, we know you could have been anywhere tonight, but you chose to be here with us, man. And for that, man, we thankful, y'all. Man, listen, so as I stand here today and I know, this is one of the most important parts of the show for me because I get to talk to you all, right? Like, not about information, not about stocks, not about wealth building, but this is the opportunity in the beginning of this show that we get to have a one-on-one conversation. And so as I look at each and every one of you in the chat, I pose a question to you tonight. And the question that I pose to you tonight is, are you willing to fight for it? Are you willing to fight for it? Because I know when we get in this game, man, we have this vision of what our life looks like when we become wealthy off stocks. What does the freedom look like when all of our option plays hit 100 and 200%? What does it look like when we play the puts and the puts hit 100 and 200%? What does it look like when the dividends are giving us more income than our check? What does it look like when everything is going the right way? What does it look like? We have that dream, we have that vision. That's what gets us in this game. We get in this game because we understand that the life that we currently have, whatever that life may be, we know for a fact that we better than that. We get in this game because we've seen somebody that look like us. We've seen somebody that sound like us. We've seen somebody tell us that that is the way to go to freedom, and we decide to make the decision to go into that route, that financial underground railroad. We made that decision, y'all. And I understand. No matter how many times you tell yourself, I can do this, no matter how much talking positive to yourself you say that I can do this, the real truth of the matter is, are you chasing the moment or are you chasing the movement? The real truth of the matter is, this ain't for the weak, it's for the wealthy. That's right. It's for the wealthy. This game right here is dangerous. And only the divine can persevere. This game right here is turbulent. So can you navigate that turbulence? They said to you that this game is only for the rich. And as a black man standing in front of you, just like most of you who's watching this, I've heard that this game is only for white folks. But I beg to differ. I come to you saying that this game doesn't care who plays it. I come to you saying that you are worthy. I come to you saying that the wealth that you want and the freedom that you desire is on the other side of you navigating this turbulence. I may mess this verse up a little bit, but bear with me. I think it's James 1:12, where it says something like, those who persevere can get the crown in life for those who love God. Something like that, right? And what I love about that, when I read that before it came to my mind just now, it said, it starts with those who persevere. That's what it starts with. It starts with those who persevere. And so guess what the essential thing about perseverance is? You can only persevere if you go through something. You can only persevere. The prerequisite to that is you must go through something. In order to overcome, you must undergo. In order to overcome the adversity, you must undergo the turbulence. In order to get to the end of the road, you must first travel the road. In order to get to a destination, you must first get in the vehicle. This is the vehicle that we chose. This is the vehicle that we chose, y'all. Nobody forced us to get in this game. Nobody manipulated us to get in this game. We sat on the sideline and we chose this. And when you chose this, that means everything that come with it, you said, put it on my plate. Put it on my plate. How dare you have the audacity to cry about what's on your plate when you the one asked for it? You asked for this. Wallstreet Trappin ain't asked for this for you. Jose didn't ask for this for you. You sat down and you asked for this, just like I asked for this. And because I asked for it, I'm not gonna cry when it punched me in my face. I'm gonna put my gloves on because I'm built for it. I'm gonna navigate the turbulence. I'm gonna navigate the turbulence, y'all. And I'll be the first to tell y'all, when you look at that account, that thing down 1.3 million, you got one or two decisions to make. The first decision is, I need to get that back. It's my first decision. The first decision in my mind is, I gotta get that back. Now the thing what happens is, tied to that first decision is, once you make that decision, you immediately gotta tell yourself, I don't gotta rush to get it back. Because the game is the game, and the game is gonna reward me for being present, for being patient, and for persevering. Or the second decision you make is say, this game ain't for me. I'm gonna take my losses, I'm gonna take whatever I have, and I'm gonna move on. At that point, you quit the game. And the game ain't never rewarded a quitter. Life ain't never rewarded a quitter. Nobody respects the quitter. Even the quitter lives in shame. That's right. Because once you quit once, you build a portfolio of quitting. It becomes the natural order of how you operate. Naturally is how you operate. Because see, watch this. In the beginning, at birth, you are born, built for adversity. Let's talk about the different processes right here. That's how you know it's in your DNA. And you had to manually install fear, and you had to manually install quitting, because essentially it wasn't in you. From birth, in the loins, you fought to get here. You fought. And you ain't just fought, you ain't just fight, you fought in darkness. You fought when you ain't know how to do nothing else. You ain't know how to eat, you ain't know how to sleep, you ain't know how to walk, you ain't know how to crawl. You got out and you knew how to fight for the end goal, and the end goal was getting the egg. You knew how to fight from birth. You knew how to fight from birth. You didn't say, hey, it's dark in here, I can't see, I'm going back in. You didn't even understand that I don't got no arms, I don't got no legs. You just had an innate nature to fight in the darkness to get where you needed to go. You fought for that. So innately, you know how to fight. Innately, you the cream of the crop. No matter what life tell you and all that, I want you to understand, innately, you are the cream of the crop. You fought millions of mugs to get here. And they all had the same goal. They all had the same goal. They all knew where they wanted to go at. You just wanted it a little bit more. You wanted it a little bit more. So I know you got fight in you. But let's not stop there. Once you got here, you kept fighting till you learned how to walk. You fell and you got up. You cried. You wiped your own tears sometime. But nothing stopped you from getting up. As a matter of fact, in some cases, when mama and daddy tried to keep you from, don't fall, they try to protect you, you cried and fought to do it on your own. They got little baby pictures of you where they can talk about you. You just jumped out of my arms. You wanted to walk so bad. You wanted to be so independent because you a fighter. So innately, you know how to pursue what you want. Innately. I mean, it's in your DNA. Innately. Meaning you're wired that way naturally. Innately. Don't go in there and mess with them default settings. Don't go in there switching the programming. You built for this, family. You built for this. You're gonna navigate that turbulence. It's all right. See, most people say you are shaped by the way that you think. And when I hear that, they right. But I just want to add on to it. I want to expound on it a little bit more, Jose. Trapp says, you're molded by the way that you think in adversity. You're molded by the way that you think when everything is against you. You're molded by the way that you think when you are presented with the option to give up. You're molded by the way that you think when you're presented with the option to quit. That's when you dig into that programming. When everybody else quitting, you stand and say, hey, I don't know what y'all gonna do, but I'm right here, fam. Yeah, they hit me for this, that's cool. Yeah, they hit me for that, that's cool. I'm gonna tell on myself for a minute right here, man. I never forget one time, Jose, bro, like, I had to take a urine test, bro. And I've told this story before. Bro, and I was like, bro, I'm not going back to jail. I know I'm dirty. I remember telling my partner, say, bro, I need you to piss for me, bro. He said, all right, bet. I said, no. Not in the bottle. I need you to go in there and piss for me, dog. He said, bro, you gonna bring, we both going to jail. I said, I got this, dog. I got this. So we went in the office, and I said, hey, man, Man, hurry up, bro. Go use the bathroom, bro. I'm tired of having to bring you to work all the time, bro. You always late. Now you done took me out my way. I got to bring you over here to use the bathroom. I don't know how long these people going to be. Man, I got your name. Don't even worry about it, bro. Your name, here go your social security number. Excuse me, you can let him use this bathroom right quick, bro. I ain't trying to just, it was like, I went 5 minutes before they closed. Because I knew they wanted to get out. I said, man, look, I'm gonna fill out the paper. I know his name. That's my little brother, man. Let me just fill out the paperwork for him, please. I gotta go to work. He want me to drop him off. My mama tripping. Please, the lady said, go ahead. Go use that bathroom before you make that boy late for work. I said, come on, man. He wouldn't use the bathroom. We'd come out. He said, dog. So my question to you is, bro, like, life done put all us in some jams before. But how do you think when you presented with the opportunity to quit? How do you think when you're back against the wall? How do you think when everybody panicking? How do you think? What thoughts go through your mind? What is it? I remember being young. My mama in prison. Daddy, nowhere to be found. My family dealing with their own struggles. I remember going from abandoned car to trap house to last room in the trap house, sleeping on the mattress, and everybody in there smoking. And I remember telling myself, hey, this just for right now. One day I'm gonna look back and laugh at this. One day I'm gonna look back and laugh at this. I'm wired a certain way. I don't gotta get revenge. I just gotta be better than Trap. I don't gotta chase nothing, because what's for me, I just gotta keep what? Being in alignment with it. But in order to be in alignment with something, you can't have no quit in you. In order to get what got your name on it, you can't have no quit in you. Now, let me say something to you now. Yep, you're gonna get frustrated. I ain't gonna never lie to you about that part. It's okay. That means you human. You're gonna get a little frustrated along the way. That's okay. But then you put in positions things to help you calm down. Mine, I go take that cold plunge early in the morning. Mine, I go walk for a few. That get me down. I go listen to some TD Jakes. I go listen to some ET. I go listen to things that help me get back in it. It's okay to get a little frustrated. You human. That's all right. But don't you dare talk down on yourself. Don't you dare tell yourself this game ain't for you, because the game ain't tell you that. Don't you dare tell yourself this too hard for me, because the game ain't tell you that. Don't you dare tell yourself I can't be wealthy, because the game ain't tell you that. Don't you dare tell yourself I can't be a multi-millionaire, because the game ain't tell you that. Don't you dare tell yourself I can't trade, because the game ain't tell you that. Don't you dare tell yourself I can't build that portfolio, because the game ain't tell you that. Don't you dare tell your kids they can't be multi-millionaires, because the game ain't tell you that. Don't you dare tell nobody that you can't be the person that changed your family, because the game ain't tell you that. You told yourself that. You told yourself that. You told yourself that. So tonight I want you to tell yourself, yo, I'm gonna navigate the turbulence like the king or queen that I am. I'm gonna navigate that turbulence like a trapper. I'm gonna stand 10 toes down like a trapper. I may make some mistakes here or there. That's okay. Mistakes gotta be made. That's how you grow. That's how you know you in the game. Name somebody great that ain't made a mistake. You ain't gonna name one. But guess what? Those mistakes That's part of your armor. Those mistakes, that's part of your arsenal. Those mistakes, that's a mark on the roadmap to let you know, I've been there before. So when you make that mistake and you look back at the portfolio and you say, damn, I should have got out of here. Dang, I should have sold right here. Dang, I should have bought right there. Mark that on the calendar and say, hey, 2 years from now, you can look back and say, I've been there before. A year from now, I can look back and say, I was on that road, and you get to tell somebody else about it. That's part of your family SOP. I was there before. I can't lead you somewhere I ain't never been. Moses led the Israelites, but why? Because he was already in the desert before. He was already in the desert before. He'd been there before. Before you went and got him, he was already in the desert. He giving you experience for a place that he already been through. I talk to you about places that I already been through, and I see the future. I see where I want to go at. Not the future of what's going to happen, but I see the future on how it's going to play out for me. I don't know what's going to happen. I just know who I am. I know what's in my DNA. You know what's in your DNA. You know how you built. You know what you can go up against. You know your strengths. You know your weakness. Stop telling yourself what you can't do. This for you. You built for it. You built for it. What are we talking about here? Yeah, you lost some bread. So what? You lost some bread. So what? Welcome to the party. Welcome. Welcome. I know they're going to talk about me. Yeah, check me out, 1.3 million. Bet. Guess what? We ran up 2.5 last year. Bet. We bought a building from it. Bet. We're going to get that back. I ain't tripping. It's part of the game. I ain't never got to panic. The game ain't never wrong. Game ain't never wrong. Game ain't never wrong. So I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. What we doing? I'm built for it. Just like you is too, because guess what? Every last one of y'all that's watching, soon you'll be exactly where I'm at if you ain't here now. And you gonna be able to tell somebody, hey, that bitch hit me for $1 million, you hear me? But guess what? Because wherever you at right now, I've been there before. 10,000, been there before. 50,000, been there before. 100,000, been there before. 200,000, been there before. 300,000, been there before. 400,000, been there before. 500,000, been there before. 600,000, been there before. 700,000, been there before. 800,000, been there before. I'm in the $1 million club now. 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 What happens when I get to 50 million? I'll probably get to the $5 million club. What happens when I get to the $100 million? I'll probably get to the $10 million club. Bet. Game on. I look at Bill Ackman. Bro lost $420 million on a Netflix play last year. Guess what he said? Game on. Because guess what? The year before that, he turned 200 million to 2.8 billion. Game on. Game on. It's part of the game. Did anybody question his greatness because he lost 400 million? Who questions his greatness? Who questioned his greatness? Because he turned 20 or 200 to 2-point-something billion. Who questioned his greatness? Nobody. You all deserve it. You all deserve it. You deserve to make $1 million off stocks. You deserve to make $5 million off stocks. You deserve to make $10 million off stocks. But understand, every dream and every goal that you have has a consequence tied to it. Listen to what I said. Every dream and every goal has a consequence for going after that dream, and you cannot avoid it. Oh, Trap, you want to buy a building? Guess what? You got to deal with a $500,000 roof that you got to keep. Oh, bet. Okay, bet. Everything. Trap, you want to go after wealth? Yep. You want to be a multi-millionaire? Yep. Hey, guess what? You're going to have to learn how to pay taxes. So listen, 3 years in a row, you paid 1 point some million, 1 point some, and you got to learn that game, dog. Damn, I ain't know nothing about that. Guess what? For every goal you go to, every dream you want to attain, there's a consequence tied to it. It's a prerequisite that you cannot avoid. It's called the down payment for being successful. That's what it's called. So we'll talk about it in financial terms, right? It's an operational expense for going off after the things that you really want in life. So from an empathetic perspective, damn, I don't want to see my people lose no bread. I get it, I understand it. That shit hurt. Don't feel good. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Genuinely. Whether it's 1,000, whether it's 500, whether it's 200, whether it's 10,000, I'm sorry you had to go through that. I know how I feel. I've been at every level. But being on the level I'm on now, I'm looking back and telling you, welcome to the party. You've been initiated. You say you wanted it, you've been initiated. And guess what? You're gonna love it here. Guess what? You're gonna love it here. It's gonna change your life. It's gonna change how you see money. It's gonna change how you see wealth. It's gonna change how you see freedom. It's gonna change how you see opportunity. Welcome to the party. You gotta learn how to navigate the turbulence. That's your big brother. That's your big homie. That's your dog. That's your family. I'm gonna navigate that shit with you, man. It's your boy, the Wallstreet Trappin, man. Episode 134. Let's get to it, Jose. Let's go, dog. How we feel, bro?
Look, this is how we start off, because people was a little, you know what I'm saying, a little perturbed last week. It's like, my boy ain't showed the numbers, you know what I'm saying?
Man, I was flying in from the...
Hey,
man, listen.
I know, look, you know what I'm saying? Some people ain't know. They just was like, hey, so this is how we start. You know what I'm saying?
They be all right.
When it's bloody, that's what happens.
They be all right. They be all right, dog. All right, how my people feeling, man? Let's go, man. We got Black the Dancer in the building. Tori Simmons, what's good, love? Shelly Booker, what's good? Rams, I see you, family. Roxanne in the building. Dancing Diamonds was good. Big Drell 82 was good. Cheesy Bread, I see you, brother. Isaiah, what's good, fam? J.W. Rowan, I think that's what it was. I apologize. I got Carolina Blue, I see you. You feel me? Elijah Bennett, I see you. Val Jenkins, I see you. Double R, what's good, family? Trade Addicts, what's good? I like that name. I like that, man. What's good, man? The New American Dream, I appreciate you too, Tam. Thank you to all my people for the super chats. We love it, we love it, we love it, we love it, we love it. You feel me? Let's see, Larry Morgan, I was just looking for your name. What's happening, family? Kevin, what's good? Davian from Dallas, what's good? Oh, you're going too fast now, Jose, I can't see. Ryan S. was good. Malik was good. Roxanne was good. King Ryan was good. Horace Moore was good. Kerry Robinson was good. KJ, what's up? I'm trying to catch him. Max B was good. Jabari was good. Phoenix was good. Tasha was good. Man, I see y'all, family. Kevin was good. Come on, before I stop. Anthony, what's good? I see you. Kaz Howard, what's good? I see you. I see my people. Come on, man. D-Rob was good. Hector was good. Come on, I see y'all in the building. Come on, man. Jason Ford was good. One generation millionaire, first generation millionaire. I see you. Shaquilla, Suzanne, Asian, Anthony, Netta, Stop. I see y'all. I see y'all. Come on, Jose, stop playing.
Nah, you was good. I thought you was about to hit the DMX joint. It was Keisha.
You so fucking man, flush Jose, man. Flush Jose early.
Shout
flush,
out to all the super
flush, flush Jose.
I thought that's what you was about
man,
to hit.
flush Jose early, man.
Bruh, I said,
flush Jose early, bro. Erica, thank you for the super chat. Carrot Souffle, what's good, family? Mark Isaac, what's good, family? Man, flush Jose early, man. Nobody got time for him with that, man.
But nah, you was cold with it, man. You said in order to overcome, you must undergo.
In order to overcome, I freestyle.
I know you freestyle, man. You might have
I mean, I write a little something out so I can have an idea where I'm going.
I said, oh, okay, we cooking.
In order to overcome, bro, you gotta undergo.
Let's go.
That's how we feeling today, man.
Let's go.
We got a lot to talk about today, Jose. Got a lot to talk about today. So just want to check on the family, man, see how everybody feeling. Teasy was good. Roy Duncan was good. Jeremiah was good, man. Tamara was good. Paul Bricks, I see you, family. Lorenzo Cofield, I see you. Millennium Rose, I see you. Autumn was good. For sure, man. My people in the building. I see y'all. I see y'all. Dollar Bill was good. Earthquake Duffy was good. Got a lot to talk about tonight, dog.
I think you missed the people.
I do, man.
Man.
I did something the other day on my for my Patreon people for the 2 options tiers.
Mm-hmm.
I went I did an impromptu Zoom call with them. Just impromptu. Y'all hop on the live right quick. Probably was like an hour, you know what I'm saying? Shout to the queens. They was like, Trap, you driving? Let me just co-host this thing for you, dog. Because I was trying to drive, pull over, let people in. Yeah.
Yeah, you will try to do that, too.
Yeah.
The first couple of Zoom Patreon, I'm like, bro, what is you doing?
Yeah, she was like, no. Trap, pull over. Let me co-host it for you, bro. So she did a great job. I want to say her name was Lena. I think that was her name. I can't remember it off the top, man. But she did. Thank you for that, man. Thank you for that. I appreciate.
See, that's why I tell the Patreon trappers always turn on them post notifications. You
Yeah.
know.
Shout out my queen, Natalie Nicole was good, love. Appreciate my baby coming through, you know what I'm saying?
Man, you lucky I ain't got no violin
I'm
sound
glad.
effect.
I'm glad. I'm glad.
Insert violin now. You know what I'm saying?
All right, man, so let's start off with our, the mantra, man. You know we gotta go mantra. On them. When did I tell you ate some tuna fish, dog?
You said you got tuna fish?
When the last time you ate some? Random question.
When I was doing my initial workout probably a year ago, I had the cardboard tuna. That junk where it's just nothing but protein.
Bro, I made some tuna today, dog. I haven't made no tuna in so long.
Mm-hmm.
Like years, bro. And I was like, man, you know what? I just want to start eating cleaner.
Yep.
I don't know if that was eating cleaner, though.
Yeah, you got to watch out for the sodium in that junk, though.
So I did, I put 3 boiled eggs,
Mm-hmm.
smashed the eggs up,
Mm-hmm.
put the tuna in there. I put 4 packs of tuna, bro. I didn't start putting tuna till it came up to 100 grams of protein. Put 100 grams of protein in there with the 3 boiled eggs. So my favorite type of pickles is the bread and butter pickles.
Yeah.
It's my favorite pickles. Bread and butter pickles. So I put the bread and butter pickles with the tuna.
Mm-hmm.
Put that wrist. I still got the wrist. That wrist still work, cuz.
Mm-hmm.
It still work, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Put a little seasoning in there, bruh. And I got me some crackers.
Okay.
Man, I devoured it. All day. I've been eating it all day. Like, period.
How thick was the whip? Because crackers are breaking that drink.
No, you got the cheap crackers. You got to get the right crackers.
The saltines?
No, I didn't use salty.
We ain't talking about the great value drinks.
Nah, you know. So I get these garlic and herb crackers.
Oh, yeah, you got that sophisticated junk like my
Little
grandma
bit,
say.
little bit. And I put some mayonnaise in it. I forgot, I add a little mayonnaise in it. So it can have that little...
Was it real mayonnaise or Miracle Whip? Was it real mayonnaise or the Miracle Whip?
Everybody know it ain't... It gotta have that. If it don't got that, it's dry. You don't have that.
You ignore me? I said, was it real mayonnaise or Miracle Whip? You got to put the extra H.
Nobody uses Miracle Whip where I'm from, bro.
Okay.
Bro. Nobody uses Miracle Whip where I'm from, bro. You use real... What is Miracle Whip?
I don't even know what it is, but...
It's not real mayonnaise?
Nah.
Nah, I use real mayonnaise, bro. I tilt that thing, tilt it a little bit.
Get a dollop.
When it start making that...
All day.
Yeah, if it don't make that noise, it's not no good. If it don't make that noise, it don't make that noise. So, yeah, man, that was good, bro. I ate it all day, bro. And I'm like, damn. And I know it ain't a lot of calories. That one bowl of tuna, bro. So I think if I could eat...
high protein.
I think if I could eat 2 bowls of tuna a day, that'll give me 200 grams of protein, cuz.
Yeah, you already working it out, so
I've been
you
getting
feed
to
the
it.
muscles.
I've been getting to it. There you go. Shaq say Blue Plate. Come on. I grew up right around the corner from Blue Plate, where they make the Blue Plate at. Y'all ain't know they make Blue Plate. They used to make the Blue Plate in New Orleans.
I don't even know what a Blue Plate is.
Yes, sir. Stop playing. Man,
Blue
you don't know
Plate
what
is the
Blue
name
Plate
of the
is,
mayonnaise?
guys? You don't know what Blue Plate is, guys?
Is that the name of the mayonnaise? So, okay,
Flush-
y'all
flush-
be saying some
Flush him
slang.
again. Flush him
No,
again.
nah,
Flush
bruh.
him again.
I don't be the only one.
Flush him again.
Listen.
Man don't know what Blue Plate is.
Listen.
Flush him again.
Y'all be
Flush
saying
him again.
some New Orleans slang. Blue
Flush
Plate,
him again.
Blue Plate.
Flush him again.
He flushed. Blue
Man don't
Plate.
even know what Blue Plate is.
Man, you better maybe put a pole in this drink. I'm just saying, y'all be saying some slang. Blue Plate could mean, yo, cabbage, coleslaw, and chicken. That's the Blue Plate.
What?
Yeah, I'll say something regular. It'd be like some crazy stuff every time, every week. Anywho, I'm just saying.
Every week you show me why you from PG County, cuz.
Let's get it.
And I know the people from PG County be like, damn.
Nah, they salute.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
salute.
No, I can guarantee you they don't. No, I guarantee you they don't. All right, man, let's get to our mantra. You know what I'm talking about? Let's get to our mantra. Y'all know, man, we created this because, you know, we wanted y'all to just have something to believe in, something to lock into. Jose, we got 3,500 people in the chat. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. I am a certified Wall Street trapper. I'm confident in my ability to make great investments. The stock market is a machine that prints money, and I'm more than capable of operating this machine. Not only will I free myself, but my family will eat for a lifetime based on the information I apply today. I'm a money maker and a wealth builder. Today, I break all the chains that anchor me to that poverty mindset. My ancestors will smile now because I've turned our last name into an asset. My family's purchasing power will increase indefinitely. Today, I make the declaration that no longer will I be a slave to money. No longer will the generations behind me inherit lack. No longer will I submit to telling my son for money. I am a first-generation millionaire. I am the architect of my family's legacy. I am a certified Wall Street trapper. And Wall Street looks like us now. Let's go, man. Man, get out of here, man. Why would you make that poll, bro? This man here is ridiculous. This man here is ridiculous, dog. This man here is ridiculous, dog.
I had to. So just so everybody know, for those who listen on the audio, shout out to y'all for listening on the audio. We ran a poll if you knew what Blue Plate was. And then we got 27% that said, hell yeah, Jose, we know what that is. 73% say, hell nah, we don't know what that is. So, the People's Champ speaks again. We rocking.
You barely right, bro.
When I'm right, though, that right be right.
You barely right, bro.
Told you what they call me, CVS.
Nobody called you that.
Because I got the receipts. Let's go.
Nobody called you that.
Let's get to the stocks.
They barely call you Jose.
Hey, when I be on it, I be like, let's move a little, let's go a little further. Let's go a little further.
The people barely know you as Jose, bro. The man called, look, me tell you something crazy.
No, see?
Let me tell you something crazy, bro. Man was in her other day, I think doing a carpet or something. He's a Spanish guy. So I said, that's my guy, Jose. He looked like, what the He said, huh?
No, they always want to start to talk Spanish. I said, I'm the black dude with
Look,
Spanish
that
name.
boy went to looking at him and looking at Jose like, he look at me. I said, yeah.
Oh, man.
You feel me? Like, man looked at me. I said, yeah, man, that's my guy Jose right here. He's just.
¿Qué pasa?
¿Cómo está? All right, man, let's get into it, man. How y'all feeling tonight, man? We got a great show tonight, man. I'm going to tell y'all something right quick. This will be a pretty long show tonight. You probably get 3 hours on me tonight. I want you all to tag somebody tonight. And I'm saying this for a reason. Because tonight we are going to go into detail about what's going on. I'm gonna give you a headline of where we going at tonight. It's gonna be important to share this. I want everybody to share this with somebody. I want everybody to get the likes up, and here's why. Tonight we're gonna go over some stuff that's stock related, politically related, but most importantly, y'all, and the reason why we're doing this tonight is because I want you all. It's important that you all understand what's going on, why it's going on, who it's affecting, how you'll be affected. I want you to take your emotions for tonight, sit them on the side. I want you to take your emotions tonight and sit them on the side. This is not about how you feel about me. This is not about how you feel about China. This is not about how you feel about Trump. This is not about how you feel about Democrats. This is not about how you feel about Republicans. Tonight, we are going to thoroughly go through some things so that you can understand what's going on. This is important to me. And the reason why this is important to me is because I know that many of you are truly inspired to build wealth. In moments like this, you can be discouraged. And the more you see tariffs on TV, the more you see this tariff and that tariff and China and Russia and Ukraine, the more you see this stuff, it can confuse you. And what I've learned about it is, what I've learned along the way is, confusion causes you to be paralyzed. Confusion keeps you from making the moves that are necessary. So tonight, I really want to, I'm not going to talk about a lot of, some of the stuff that we probably will get into here and there. We going to really talk tonight. So I want y'all to shut this out tonight, y'all. I promise you. We're going to go through what we got to go through. I got to let y'all see the recession portfolio. I got to let y'all see the 1-800-TRAPPER hotline. Got to let y'all, we got to do whatever else we got to do, the Trapper of the Week. But it's important. Tonight's show for me is super important because we truly carve this out so that you can get it. Let's get into it, man. All right, so let's look at what we saw in the market today. We had here's the crazy part about the market today, right? So, I knew the market was gonna bounce today because of yesterday just was a horrific day. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday was actually the worst day since 2022. Right, yesterday was the worst day since 2022. And that's okay. That's okay. You need moments like that. You need moments like that, and especially because the market has been selling off lately. We understand it's a lot of trade talk, a lot of tariff talk, a lot of, Trump saying exactly what he was going to do when he got in office. I guess for some reason, me personally, I'll be honest with you, I didn't think he was going to double down like he doubling down. When you think about it, he only doing what he told us he was going to do. So we saw companies like AVGO have a pop today. NVIDIA had a well-needed pop today. Tesla had a pop today. I'll talk to y'all about a move I did today with that. Netflix had a pop today. To me, Netflix and Meta are just like the good old boys, right? I like those companies from a perspective of, here's my thing right now, too. I think it's key for us to position ourselves with companies right now that will not be affected by China tariffs as much, right? I think it's okay so watch this. I put a post up yesterday that talked about buying a dip, like how to buy strategically. And what I said was, you buy a dip. Let's say a company is trading for $300, selling for $300 on the market. Let's say it goes down to $325, right? Let's say you buy it at $325. Your next buy should be at 10%. 10% from $325. That probably leaves you somewhere around $202, right? And so you go 15% from there, right? Well, why not 10%, Trap? Well, because now you already bought it at one discount, so you give yourself some time. So you buy that 15% from there, that'll probably put you somewhere around 175, 172-ish, something up in there. I ain't just the great off top of my head, right? And then from there, you should buy, if you buy it again, it should be 15%, with it now put you somewhere around from 141, somewhere like that. So you go, whenever you buy it, you go 10, 15, 15. Let me say something to people. That is not dollar cost averaging. That is called averaging down. Those are two completely different things, right? That is two completely different things, right? So when you dollar cost averaging, in essence, you are buying, with a certain amount of money every month, no matter what, right? But when you're averaging down, what you're doing is saying, hey, this stock is falling. Now, the caveat to that is you should only do that with quality companies. You should never do that with companies that you are chasing with my wrist. Oh, you should never do that with companies that are hyped. Like for me, I would not average down in a GameStop, right? I would not average down into an AMC, right? I'm not gonna do that. But I will average down into an NVIDIA. I will average down into an Apple. I will average down into an Amazon. I will average down into a Meta. I will average down into a Google. Right? And so when you put yourself in that situation where you say, I will average down into great companies, but I will not average down into hype. What do I mean by hype? Okay, so let's say you have a company that doesn't have great fundamentals. Let's say you have a company that doesn't have market share. What do we mean by market share? What we mean by market share is, so when you think about the chip industry, who is the leading company in that? The number one or two companies, probably TSM, you go NVIDIA, I would be there, right? So you go into the financial space, you see Visa, JP Morgan, right? So those are quality companies. It's okay to average down in quality companies. You don't want to average down in hype. Well, Trap, what is hype? I'll be honest with you. I personally would not average down into SMCI. I stayed away from that company for a long time. People were like, Trap, you getting SMCI? I was like, I'm going to stay away from that. I don't like the fundamentals. I don't, get it. I get what they do, but I ain't doing that, right? So I stayed away from SMCI, right? And if my people made money on it, listen, I saluted them. Never had nothing bad to say about it, but I personally stayed away from it, right? So do not average down into hype. I want you to average down into quality. There's always going to have growth versus value. Listen, if you try to play that game, you're going to lose. Here's why. Because every time the market is falling down, everybody gonna say they transitioning from growth to value. And then when the market running up, they're gonna say they transitioning from value to growth. Don't get into that game. Average down into great companies in times like this, and the market will sure enough reward you a year from now, 8 months from now. You will be on the other side of this better than you were when you were going through it. It is important that we understand that. It is important that we understand that. Guess what, y'all? In 2022, you know what dragged the market down? Technology. Here's why. And, you know, you'll listen to the so-called professionals, and they'll say this, but listen, I want everybody to understand this, yo. There is no stock market without technology. There is no growth in the market without technology. 70 to 75% of the companies in the market right now have added some form of technology that is tied to some type of technology company. Without technology, the market does not go. So when you're looking at the S&P 500, you're looking at technology making up maybe 34% of the returns. Guess what? You take the returns from the big, you know, the top 10 companies in the market, you take away 80% of the returns. So don't fall for that. We going from growth to value. Well, you're going to see growth to value sluggishness in the market. You're going to see big companies getting out of tech. Yep, they're going to go from tech. They're not going to value. They're going to bonds. And because they're taking their money from tech and they're going to bonds for safety like Warren Buffett, now it looks like there's a big transition of growth to value. What happens is tech is slowed down, and then you see things moving. Anytime the market comes out of tech, you see the market slow down. Where tech goes, so does the market. Where tech goes, so does the market. Why? Because tech has pushed the market forward over the last 5-6 years. It has been the leaders. It has led the market. And I want to say, I think the last time any other sector outside of tech has pushed the market forward was maybe like 8 years ago. Where tech goes, so does the market. Am I telling you not to be in tech now? Am I telling you not to be anywhere else? Hell no. Hell no, I'm not saying that. Y'all know, I love Eli Lilly. I love Goldman Sachs. I like Berkshire Hathaway. You know what I'm saying? Like, for sure. 100%. No doubt about it. I love Air Products. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I was rocking with Allstate Hall last year. I like EME. I like VRTX. These are companies that I 100%, I love waste management. But where tech goes, so does the market. So don't get too, you know, caught up in that. Oh, the market is shifting from rotating from. No, it's because money is coming out of technology. And so when money comes out of technology, guess what happens? The other sectors balance out, but it's because money is coming out of technology and they're going into bonds. Why? Because the wealthy people of the world want their money to always be working for them. Why? That's why you see Warren Buffett got so much cash. It ain't because he's just sitting on cash. He's just in them T-bills like that, and them T-bills is giving him a return on his money. We talked about that 4 years ago. We've been talking about that from the pandemic. We've been talking about that every year. Warren Buffett has been putting money in T-bills forever. He's been getting a great return on his money. Why? When you got even companies do this though, y'all. Warren Buffett is not the only person that do that, and he don't do that with his own personal money. That's Berkshire Hathaway's money that he's putting that his wealth is tied to. But all companies do that. When you see companies, when you go to what's called cash and cash equivalents on their fundamentals, that is not just money they sitting on right there. What I say, a dollar that's not moving is a dollar that's what? losing. So what do these companies do? Whether it's Apple, whether it's Amazon, whether it's whatever, companies with a large cash pile. You know what they do with their money? They say, hey, let's take this money, let's put it in some T-bills, whether it's 60 days, whether it's 90 days, whether it's 6 months, whether it's 1 year. We need to get a return for sitting on these $40 billion in cash. This is the way the market moves. So when you see people saying they taking their money out, they're not taking their money out, and I can promise you, because guess what? Now the S&P, the technology is now 30, it started 34%, I think it's like 30%. The Mag 7 is 30% of the market. Guess what? They ain't went through their money in freaking Verizon. They ain't go throw their money in freaking Chevron. They went put that money right over there in them T-bills on the sideline where it's still working for them. And once they find some what? Footing, once they find some what? Certainty, what you think they're gonna do? They're gonna take that money and they're gonna take that what? Interest payment that they made, and what you think they're gonna do with it? Put it right back in what? Technology. They're gonna find a way to distribute it in technology. You know why? Because that's where the growth is at. And so when you plan this game, I want you to look at it from that perspective so that you can understand how the game is being played. And for you, I want you to be able to do the same thing. And it's not saying, okay, what you got to understand and what you got to learn how to do, what we have to learn how to do better is say, hey, check this out, yo. I see the market is pivoting to a certain place. Cool. What are my price points to buy now? Because guess what? If you try to rush and get every dip, time the market dip, you know what you're going to do? You're going to run out of chip. And the worst thing you want to do is don't have no money to throw in the market because you bought every dip that came down. Because you bought every dip that came down. So now you got to be what? Strategical. You got to have guidelines. You got to have instructions. You got to have, say, hey, here's my roadmap in this market. Here's my roadmap. Here's my roadmap to buy my 10, 15 companies. Here's my price points. Let me get this. Let me get that. Let me get this. So guess what? If you bought it at that 10% and you waiting on the next one and this one go down, you go here. You waiting on the next one, this go down, you go here. Now you're not all over the place. You got price points on your 10 to 15 companies and you know how to get your price. You know how to get your stocks in. Let's say you got something on your watch list that's not in. It hit your price point. Now you found the entry price to get in, right? All I'm saying to you is the price points help you from being disorganized. Wealth is a game of organization. Wealth is a game of strategy. You cannot freestyle your way to wealth. It will not happen. You know why? Because so much stuff is going on in the market. If you're trying to freestyle your way, to wealth in a market, it's not going to work for you. Second thing is, you need to have a thesis on why you're making an option play. You need to have a thesis on why you're making a buy and hold play. If you have no thesis and you have no guidelines, you're setting yourself up for failure. If you have no thesis and you have no guidelines, you're setting yourself up for failure. This market will not reward anyone that is emotional and have no rules. It will not reward you. It will not reward you. If you do not have no rules and you cannot create a thesis. Now, here's the thing about your thesis. Your thesis has to be anchored to data. Your thesis is not a made-up story that you created in your head. Your thesis is based on data that you've collected, and from that data, you've created a story. And that story now guides you to make certain decisions. Now, here's the thing about your thesis. Your thesis can compose of fundamental data, news, and technical analysis. It has to be composed of those things. Fundamental data, meaning companies, how they look fundamentally, news data, not just headlines, but headlines that give you an idea so you can see what's going on. And then your technical analysis for all my really, really dope technical traders and technical buyers. Y'all are some dope people. I love y'all. It should be composed of all three. Your thesis should not be composed of just one. It should be composed of all three. Why? Because data is the life and blood of a great investor and trader. Data is the life and blood of a great investor and trader. Not just technicals. What does the technicals tell you about the data? Not just the data. How does the data lead you to the technicals or the fundamentals? Not just fundamentals, because fundamentals tell you about the data and the technicals. All three of them. Fundamentals, news, and technicals give you a healthy thesis. This is how we become better. It's not about me just saying, hey, yeah, video gonna fall to $90, y'all buy it right there. Hey, Microsoft gonna be $115, buy it right there. Hey, Apple gonna be $200, buy it right there. I can call out a bunch of numbers and wait a year or 6 months and, no. Based on the data that I see from the news, based on the technicals, and based on the fundamentals, I see that Apple could fall here. What you've done is created a thesis around why your buying point gives you conviction. Hey, Trap, NVIDIA gonna fall to 90. Well, how do you see that, Trap? Well, based on the technicals from this trend line, now that's part of your data. What technical data are you using? This is a double top, is it a double bottom? You're using the VWAP, like what are you using? Is it head and shoulders? What are you using in your technicals that put you in that price point? Okay, Trap, I see this happening based on this, and then the news was going on is this right here. Well, China, based on what China is doing, NVIDIA has a plug there that's gonna help. Now the hyperscalers may slow down because money gonna slow down, which means when NVIDIA report earnings, we probably gonna see lower earnings. We know how the market rewards NVIDIA. Okay, bet. So now you got your technicals that led there. You got your story, your headlines that put you here, and based on the fundamentals, Trap, the fundamentals are still solid, the fundamentals are still strong, but the company is worth this. Okay, you got your technicals, you got your storyline, and now you got your fundamentals. The three give you a healthy thesis. This is how you become great at the game. This is how you become the generational wealth builder. This is it, y'all. Let's go a little further. All right, so we got our heat check, man. So probably at about 0.91, almost 1%. So we had a little rally today. You know what I'm saying? We had a little rally today that was at the end, and then that fizzled out. You know what I'm saying? And here's the dope part about that, like that I'll explain what I did today. Here's how you know the market still is in uncharted territory. Because you had some pretty solid news came out today, right? Some of the news was what? Ukraine is willing to sit down with Russia. You had the other issue with Canada, pulled that off the table, and the market still said Nah. Market went all the way up to 1-point-something% today. It was up. NASDAQ was up. Everything was green. And then it said, nope. Nope. We not ready yet. Not ready yet. So it's days like this that I don't get super, like it's during this time I won't get super up or super down because I just know this is uncharted waters. And until the market feels some type of safety, you will have those sell-offs at the end of the day. You will have those run-ups the market is, if you checking your account all day, every day, the market will have you in a frenzy. The market will have you not wanting to have sex with your girl at night or vice versa because you so messed up about your money. I'm just being real. When people messed up about their bread, they don't want to do nothing, yo. Hey, don't touch me right now, man. I'm good. She snapping on him, he snapping on her. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't, you got to get out of that. You know what I'm saying? You got to get out of that. You got to get out of that. You got to get out of that. All right, so let's go a little further, man. And as you can see, we are at 16. Here's the crazy part. I think yesterday we was around 13. Yesterday we had hit like 13. So remember I said something though. I think it was a couple weeks back, maybe like 4 weeks back, and the market was around like 40 something. And I gave areas. I said like the market under the 25, there's so many opportunities to be buying. I said, but if the market gets over that, like in that 80, then I'm kind of skeptical it's time for me to pull back a little because we've been too greedy. You know what I'm saying? And so my ideal range is anywhere between like 55 and 75. Or 55 and 75 is kind of a sweet range for me because 55, we not too greedy. You know what I'm saying? And 75, we being a little greedy, which is good, meaning the market is being optimistic on what's going on. Anything after 75, you know a fact that, yo, we need to step to the side a little bit. Or remember this too, position size is also a strategy. Right? Position size is also risk management. Right? So if you see the market being super greedy, don't go being over aggressive like you would. Like I wouldn't be, so I'll give you an example. Like if the market in that 40, 50, 60 range, I'm gonna still be aggressive. If the market in that 75 range, it's time for me to still make the same plays but shrink my size. Why? Because we being too greedy. Right, that's part of you doing what? Making great investment decisions, using this fear and greed index, using the RSI, using the VIX. All of these things help you make what? Great, healthy, help you create what? I want y'all to say it in the chat, healthy thesis. The word and the phrase that I want you to have for yourself tonight is, how do I create a healthy thesis before I make a play? Not just because of what somebody told me, not just because of what I heard, not just because of what I read. How do I create a healthy thesis before I make a play, whether it's a trade or whether it's a buy and hold? Do I have a healthy thesis in play that is telling me do this, or I'm gonna be real with myself, am I just being emotional? And if you can tell yourself, hey, yo, I'm really just being emotional right now, guess what that means? Don't you press that damn button. Just be real with you, right? If you put a healthy thesis together, you say, you know what? I'm good, right? But if you can tell yourself, you know what, bro? I'm really just being emotional right now. Don't you press that damn button. These are the type of real conversations we gotta have. You know why? Because you cannot freestyle your way to wealth, y'all. Cannot freestyle our way to wealth, y'all. Cannot freestyle our way to wealth. A healthy thesis is a requirement for a trapper. So just bear with me tonight. Tonight's show gonna be a little long because I had my and we'll talk about this. Like I had to call the Patreon, and I told him, I said, man, you know, I apologize, y'all. Like we could have navigated this a little bit better as I look back in hindsight. And it was like, hey, Trap, you don't gotta apologize to us, dog. Like we signed up for this, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? We know you ain't got us on no fluke mission, no duck mission like that. I'm like, man, I appreciate that. I said, I'm apologizing to y'all as from an empathetic perspective because I hate to see my people lose bread. You know what I'm saying? Even though I know we gonna get it back, you know, we gonna fight, we gonna claw, we ain't gonna give up. They was like, nah, bro, but you don't gotta apologize, dog. This the game. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, damn, that's some gangster ass shit right there. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I always put myself in a situation where I'm like, hey, do I have a thesis to back up what I'm saying? I have no problem with being wrong. Is my thesis healthy? Is my story, y'all know I said it another way, like, do I have a story for why am I here? And if I have a right story and I can tell, hey, you being emotional, my nigga, or you just being, hey, there's a many times I had to tell myself, hey, I'm being emotional right here. Get your ass, I don't press that button. Hey, give me one of them, dog. Give me one of them, dog. And you got to be willing to tell yourself, you know why? Because you're human, you ain't no robot. You know what I'm saying? You ain't no robot, so you got to tell yourself, hey, let me sit my ass down, man. Sit down, yeah, come here. Don't come up, dog. Give enough from the side, bro. Y'all sad, so. All right, so, no, just come here. Just right here. You're trying to do it, cuz.
Like he ain't never been on a joint before.
How you trying to throw it down? No, you can't throw, dog. 207 pounds, cuz. I ain't should never let me know that, yeah? All right, let's go a little further. Where we at right here, y'all? How y'all feel in the chat? How y'all feel in the chat, man? How y'all feel in the chat? Let's talk about it right quick. All right, we good? All right. Before we get to the portfolio, let's talk about this right quick. Jose, what was our number for the year?
For, we was talking about S&P.
65 or 68?
Ooh, let me go back and check that jump.
How much? Like 67, 68?
68.
68. All right, cool. All right, y'all, so if you're looking at the RSI, the 14-day, we see that the market right now is oversold. It is in oversold territory, right? Let's put this on a big screen. Somebody say, bro, you know how many times I had to stop myself from pushing that button? You got to, man. Listen, you got to be able to stop yourself from pressing that button. Because once you press that button, you in. Now you're going to make a commitment. You know? Once you press that button, you done made a commitment. So you got to be willing to tell yourself before you press the button, like, hey, is your thesis healthy or are you being emotional right now? Hey, I'm being emotional. Get your ass off that button. Don't press that button, right? So, based on the 14-day RSI, you know what that means? That means relative strength index, in case you don't know what that means. It measures the strength of the market. The market can be overbought or oversold at any given time, right? You know dang well he said 68. Of course, that's why I'm just so what I'm doing is reassuring that I said 68, fam. Wait.
Then we got to go to the receipts. You know?
Yeah, that's all. Because I know Jose got a thing full of receipts, so I always want to make sure I said 68. Because I don't want to say something different. Y'all be like, that ain't what you said, Trap. That ain't what you said, Trap. I want Jose confirm that I said 68. Confirm what I said. Golly, calm down, family. Jesus. How crazy. So we see the market is in an oversold, and as you can see, if you're looking at this on a big screen, you see we've had this multiple times. If you're in a Patreon, we've been through that 23 and 24. We've definitely sat in that a couple times. So as you can see, the market is definitely in these oversold territories, and those are, if you look at the top screen where it says S&P 500, you can actually see those moments when they happen. Now, what I want you to look at when you're looking at this is you do notice something that is dope. Here's what I want you to notice that is dope. You notice you notice from 2020, if you start at like middle of 2022, the chart is going up, right? And where? To the what? That's my left. This will be my left, right? Because I'm looking at it like this. This is left hand. But the chart, I'm just saying from my perspective, but looking at the chart, is up and to the right. That's up. If I'm being realistic with y'all, that would be a healthy chart. If you go from 2022, middle of 2022 to 2025, that's a healthy chart to the S&P 500. That's a healthy chart. For my technical people, you know, when y'all see up and to the right, y'all start scratching y'all fingers. But what you do look at, if you look at this downturn right here, what you'll notice is that we've seen this several times, right? If you go 2024, you see it, like you've seen this several times. Now, this is a bit steep, 100%. And being as though the market is oversold, you will see bounces because the market naturally does not want to be oversold. The market naturally does not want to go down. It wants to go down in spurts. It will have valleys, but the market naturally wants to peak. And so what we have to do as investors is say, hey, okay, we see that. History tells us. Now, here's the dope part, what I want us all to understand as well. Here's the dope part I want us to understand as well. In those down times, you cannot predict them. You cannot predict the bottom, is what I want to say. We got 6K in the chat? I don't see it.
That's what I was trying to refresh it because it's showing 6K.
Come on, man. 6K in the chat, man.
65.89.
Screenshot.
Already got it.
Right? What I want us to understand is, y'all, from a 65 in the chat, come on, man. We teaching tonight. Biggest night, man. Biggest night. Let's get us to 7,000 then. Let's get us to 7,000. Can we get to 7,000? I love it. All right. So here's what I want us to say. And I told y'all tonight gonna be a little long because I definitely want to teach us tonight. And I want us to understand what's going on. And then we're gonna get into some news. We definitely gonna show the recession portfolio. For everybody that's new to the channel, man, thank y'all for coming in. For everybody that shared it, man, I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for that. All right. So let's go back full screen with it. Let's go back full screen with it. All right, so what I want us to understand is that during these times, here's what we get, right? You cannot predict the bottom. So here's what we have to look at. What we have to look at is creating that thesis again. What is my technicals telling me? Shout out to all my technical people. I love y'all. Y'all beautiful. Right? I only follow a few technicals. I know all of the verbiage that they use, a lot of the verbiage that they use just because I'm around. I know people that do technicals, but I only use a couple of them. I'm cool. I think they all amazing. Why? Because I feel like there's more than one way to skin a cat. But you have to have your technicals. You should have your story that confirms, and you should have your fundamentals. So watch this. Because you cannot predict the bottom, the proper thing for you to do is be in position for the bottom. Say it again, because we cannot predict the bottom, the best thing to do is be in position for the bottom. How do you position yourself? You position yourself by staying away from hype and gravitating to quality. Okay? Because here's why. Watch what I'm about to tell you right here. When you gravitate to quality, the market gets really, really bullish on quality fast. When the money leaves the bonds, the T-bills, and the sideline, and comes back into the market gravitates to quality fast. And everything that the market does to go bullish, it doesn't take much for the market. When the market is bullish, it's bullish. Think about how you feel when the market is green. Right? When you see the market green, you like, bet, I'm in it. How do you think people feel when they got hundreds of millions of dollars in the market? They get extremely bullish. And they'll float right back into quality, tech, the things that they know that does what? Spur growth. All right, let's go a little further. I wanted to put that out there. All right? We're gonna do this slide and one more slide, and then we'll get to our recession portfolio, Jose. All right, so the thing is the Magnificent Seven still magnificent? So here's how I feel. Watch this. Fundamentally, has anything changed with Apple? Now, I know Kramer said, the Magnificent Seven. First of all, I gave it that name. They stole my damn name. But we're gonna leave that there. I'm gonna leave it there. If you've been here for a long time, you know we came up with that name first. If you've been here, we came up with it, we graphic it, we did it first. But that's okay. We ain't had no trade right on it, we ain't had no trademark copyright on it, so it is what it is, you know what I mean? So the only one that's really performing really good right now is, year to date, is Meta. My question is, has anything fundamentally changed about NVIDIA? I think not. Anything fundamentally changed about Google, Amazon? I don't think so. Microsoft, no. Apple, you can say something, but a lot of things have changed fundamentally with Tesla. Watch this. Watch this. Dang, I should have put this up. Before Trump got in office, before November, Tesla was actually down 30% last year. Before November, Tesla was actually down 25 to 30%. It was having a bad year last year. Trump got in office, and it went on a run. Well, here's why. And I'm not saying that they can't bounce back. I'm just saying fundamentally, we saw Google has search monopoly issues right now. Google has always had search monopoly issues. That ain't just started. They've been had that forever, but that's not a fundamental issue. Fundamental issue is fundamentally, has the company changed yet? Has the cash flow balance? They just killed it with YouTube revenue, right? So that's news that even with that monopoly, that still takes years to go through court and all that, so that can take a long time. Now, think about this. Up until November of last year, Tesla was down 23 to 25%. Once Trump got voted in, once Trump won the election, that week later, it started running. So he had November, December, and early January, the stock been running. Started falling down this year. But when you go to once you start looking at, and again, it's not me saying nothing bad about the stock, it's nothing saying like that, I'm just saying this because that's a stock that can have huge swings one way or another based on different stuff that he do. What happens is, if you look at the deliveries, their deliveries has been consistently decreasing. But then revenue they're getting murdered in China. BYD is killing it over there. The U.S. is actually doing a favor by not letting Chinese BYD cars come over here. The U.S. is actually doing them a huge favor because they're cheaper, and from what I saw, they actually are better. But I'm not here to say that. I'm in America. I ain't tripping, right? So America's actually doing him a favor by not letting them come over here. So he's dominant in America, 100%. But his cars also did what? They kind of slowed down in the EU, for sure, and they've slowed down in America. Slowdown mean revenue. Deliveries mean revenue. Cash flow, right? They're dependent on a few other things. So fundamentally, yes, it did change. Why? The landscape got a little bit more competitive. The landscape got competitive, and then their competitors actually got better. Will they rebound? Probably so. At some point, because they are going to lead with what? Autonomous robot driving. That's what they're going to try to lead with right now. So I'm not saying it's wrong. My question is the Magnificent Seven still magnificent? I say yes. They just not having a great moment right now. They're just not having a great moment right now. I think they're still great. I think the market still runs with them. Where they go, the market goes. I think you added, we added something else to it. You add Netflix, you add Eli Lilly to it. Now you got a Nasty Nine. Come on now. Come on now. You add Eli Lilly and you add Netflix to it, you got a Nasty Nine. They can't put that on CNBC. They can't put that on CNBC.
They'll try.
They can't put Nasty Nine on CNBC.
Hey, when it go up. When it go up there.
They can't put Nasty Nine on that, you hear me? And so, double down, so current drawdown, Tesla, that was down 51%. NVIDIA was down, and we talking about, NVIDIA 30%. Look at this. Market caps and the trillions that they've been. And anytime, so watch this, anytime you see a parentheses around something, that means negative. Or if you're looking at a balance sheet or income statement and you see a parentheses around something, that means negative or that means money going out. So when you're looking at a company, you're looking at their financials and they have like a parentheses around that number, that means that number is negative or that's money going out the business. So I just gave you some game right there. You know what I'm saying? Not the Nasty Nine.
Somebody else said Notorious Nine.
Now, they probably try to run with the Notorious Nine.
You know what I'm saying? We got to get L on that.
They'll probably try to run with, they'll try to steal out Notorious Nine. Nasty Nine is out there, but y'all know. Come on. Nasty Nine.
We just need all the trappers to flood the comments when they see it go up.
The Naughty Nine? I don't think Naughty Nine got a lot of ring to it. Notorious Nine was good. Nasty Nine is, the Nasty Nine. We not messing with that. I'm not wasting no money on that.
L said, y'all, what we doing?
She be ready to throw my money in a trademark, you heard me? Trademark cost 1,500.
Let's go.
Leon, 1,500. Trademark. Come on. I be checking too. L, how much it was? Well, show me the receipt. Yeah.
Right. Email me that.
You feel me? Yeah, L hit me with it crazy. You know what I'm saying? But so here we go. So again, anytime you see a negative, that means it is either money coming out or here. For this, so you see market cap, Tesla, NVIDIA, Amazon, Alphabet, Google. So I still think the companies are solid. I just think it's easy to put it's easy to put a microscope on something right now and say it's bad. You know what I'm saying? The Nefarious Nine. I can't even spell that 7 times in a row. Nefarious Nine, Nefarious Nine, Nefarious. That's a lot. That's too much going on. ever since that work, ever since I saw people saying the work, like, that's nasty work, that's the first time I ever heard black people use nefarious. That's the first time I ever heard black people using that.
Nefarious or nefarious?
Nefarious, whatever it is, nefarious. That's the first time I ever heard black people using it. I was like, yo, where that word come from?
Then
you start seeing it with everything. That's nefarious. I be like, yo, stop saying that.
Out.
I be like, stop saying that.
Everybody crashing out right
I be like, man, stop saying that. Stop saying that. Anyway, but I think it's easy to say, like, let's think about a marriage right now, right? They say that marriages have rough spots. But if you judge a marriage based on the rough spot that they have, then you won't even zoom out to see, yo, this is a great companionship that's having a rough patch, right? And I think that's how I look at the market. I like to zoom out and I look at these moments as opportunities for us to get rich as crap. All right, let's get into it, man. Y'all know what the people want to see, man. Stop playing. Stop working around it. Yep. Y'all know what the people want to see, man. Blood in the streets, y'all. Let's get to it. All right, so AMAT play is down. So I will say this. We took the profit on our Costco play. We took the profit on all 3 meta plays. We took a loss on ServiceNow, App Loving, SMH. We took a loss on ServiceNow, App Loving, SMH. Why did I take it? I think it was yesterday, the market, they put us in the 75, 80%. I was like, all right, let me just say whatever I have left, and then, you know, we'll redistribute that. I crash out 9. I ain't mad at that. So we willing to do that. So that's what we did. Anything 2025 probably dead. I don't think so. I think I told my people yesterday, I think by mid-April, I think we'll be all right. And here's why I say that. Here's my thesis. My thesis is by April, you'll have the reciprocal tariffs in. So what Donald Trump is saying is that anything that you have on me, I'm putting it back on you from a tariff perspective. Any type of tariff you have on me, I'm putting it back on you dollar for dollar. The market gonna scream like crazy, but then at that point, I think at that point, he will be done instituted what he want, which is, here's the tariffs we putting in place, here's the reciprocal, because they're saying everything was about, and again, that's why tonight we're gonna get into all of that. I think that you get, and it's just my perspective, I think you get, you know, the China, Canada things, he getting that out the way right now. Mexico, Canada, he getting that out the way. Mexico, Canada, China, he getting that out the way right now. And then in April 2nd, they saying they're gonna do the reciprocal tariffs. Once you do that, the market gravitates through that. May, June, by the May call, the Fed will say they're gonna cut in June. You get that cut, that'll relieve some of the pressure. You'll be able to flow through the rest of the year. So I personally feel by May, you'll have what you need. Now, what I do believe is the market will go sideways up until then. You'll have some nasty swings up. You'll have some good swing. You'll have some swings down. You know, you be real cautious. Remember, position size is risk management as well. If you're going to get in the market and you feel compelled to get in the market, don't go all in like you know what I'm saying, trying to hit a home run, thinking, oh, this the bottom, I'm going all in right here, this the one, you know. You don't got to double down on plays. Position size is also risk management, right? Position size is also risk management. I want y'all to say that in the chat. Position size is also risk management, right? Position size is also risk management. 5,500 in a check, cuz. Come on, cuz. That's what I see. Is it more than that? That's what I see right now, though. Right? So I want y'all to say that, right? I'm about to say 5,500. Position size is a risk management. I want y'all to say that in the chat for me right quick before we move forward. All right. Let's go.
It's a lot for them to type. You know what I'm saying? So it's coming though.
Huh?
It's a lot for them to type.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Position size is risk management. There you go. Position size is risk management. There y'all go. Yep, position size is risk management also. So what I mean by that, so me on average, I'm doing 80 to 100 contracts, right? So for me going, 25, 10, 12, that's risk management for me, right? Well, I see something, I like it, but I also understand the water. So let me make that make sense a little more, right? Let's say you want to skydive, right? You've never skydived before. Risk management is still allowing you to skydive, but doing a tandem jump. A tandem jump is when the diver dives with you. That is risk management, right? Now, guess what? Your second dive, guess what you got to do? Tandem jump. What is that? Risk management. Now, once they feel like you've gotten better, guess what they say? Now you can do what? Jump by yourself. Now you can be what? Bullish. Why? Because the environment has changed. Your knowledge about the environment has changed. Risk management comes in different ways, right? So you're jumping out of a plane. Yep, you want to jump out the plane. You're excited to jump out the plane. But before we let you jump out the plane by yourself, we're going to put some risk management in place so you don't kill your goddamn site, even though you're emotionally excited about this. The risk management is, hey, let's latch him on with somebody or her on with somebody that has did this a couple times. So risk management. So for me, it's like, okay, if I see a couple things I want to make a move on, I'm like, all right, yeah, let's do this. You know what I'm saying? Let's do that. Let's move accordingly. Position size, all right? So let's get into it again. So we got the ANAT play. Go back. Yep, AVGO, crowd. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I definitely wanted to get another crowd strike player. Y'all cool? The niggas was like twins just now. Niggas buckled up at the same time. You hear me? I'm not gonna lie. I really
just a little bit.
I really had to tell myself, get off that damn button. Cause I was about to do another crowd strike play. Like I was like, bruh, it is perfect. You feel me? They not affected by the tariffs. I'm like, yo, I ain't tripping. Like it can go down 25%. I don't even much care. But I said, hey, sit your emotional ass down. Get off that button. So I got off the button. So yeah, that's down. Let's go a little further. Goldman Sachs down. I will tell you why banking is down. Banking is down right now. Banking took a hit going to the year because when there's a slow forecast on when there's a slow forecast on economic growth, then investment banking is down. So that's what Goldman Sachs is. Remember, this is investment banking. What double R at? I know her ass probably got it too. She probably got a, if I know double R like I know, she probably got a crowd strike play. Let me see. So this one been rough. So she probably got a crowd strike play. She probably stayed away from service now. She probably got an Eli Lilly play. Huh? She probably got a Netflix play. She got one or three of those. If she ain't here, I want her to tell me if I'm right or not. I want her to tell me. She probably went CrowdStrike, Netflix, Eli Lilly. Nehemiah, what's good, bro? That's my dog, man. I've been knowing that for a long time, bro. You gotta come to the A, dog. I rock with you. If double up, she said, I'm telling you, you gotta DM me, you hear me? If I know her, like I think I know her, that's my dog. I got most. Listen, she don't play. Shout out to my girl, man. Happy birthday, man. I love her, man. All right, so let's go a little further. Yep, so then we got IBKR. I'm kind of thrown off a little bit by IBKR. Meta bounced back. Remember, we sold all three of them for profit and we kept this one. Netflix, I want to get another Netflix call too. You know why? Because they're not affected by, you know what I'm saying? So Netflix, ServiceNow, we sold one of them, the other one, but we kept this one. This NVIDIA call 150 is spanking me. I'm not lying. Oh, we sold our other NVIDIA call. We took the profit off that. We sold that NVIDIA call. Let's go a little further. And then we got the Palantir. I put a Tesla put in today, and then we got Uber. All right, let's go a little further. Oh, wait, stop right there. You go back, you can go to that. Let me explain something. So today, and I'll give y'all context on what I did today. I'll give you context on what I did today. The context on what I did today was I put a Tesla put in today. And here's why I put the put in today. I knew the market was gonna bounce today. Here's my thesis behind it. I said the market gonna bounce today, and again, it's reverse engineering what I feel, what I think, you know, based on what I see. I said the market's gonna bounce today. I know that. Why? Because the market had such a rough sell-off yesterday. We knew the market was gonna bounce a little bit today, but then I asked myself this question. I said, Elon has already came out and said, who that is? Cheesy Brick. Nah, I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of disappointed in IBKR because we was on a good run with that one. You know what I mean? And then the market just like punched it up. Yep. So here's my thesis behind it. My thesis behind it was this. I said, okay. I went back and said, yo, when did Tesla run up? Tesla ran up when when bro got in office. I said, all right, bet. Prior to that, what happened to it? It was having a horrible year. I said, okay, cool. I said, cool, it's down 43% this year. All right, bet. Yep, if you don't see the AMAT play, we got out of that play. Oh, no, we still in that play. Yeah, we still in the AMAT play. What are you talking about? Stop doing that. And so I said, okay. I said, I'm going to go against the grain here because here's my thesis. The market is going to bounce today, and it's going to get a little bit of that. My thesis will be proved right in the next 2 to 3 days. I said, but if the market, and this was me and myself, I said, if after that bounce, it depends on what the market does today. It depends on the bounce. If the bounce gives us 1 or 2%, then my thesis is all wrong, right? But if the market gives me anything under 1%, then that means that, yes, I did show the Tesla put. I said, if the market is all wrong, if the market is all wrong, if the market gives me under 1%, then my thesis has a good chance of being correct, right? So what happened was the market started down, spiked up on the good news that it had today, and then end of the day, the market came down. And so I said, okay, now I think I ended the day with about $70,000. Still a long way to go to recover that 1.something million, 1.2 million. I think I went from 1.4 million, I think I'm now 1.2 million now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, cool, bet. So my thesis is, Elon said something yesterday that was real intriguing. He said, it is becoming extremely hard to run my businesses. And I truly feel that with declining sales in the EU, with him being so locked in on what's going on in the government, I still don't feel like the market is. I think that Tesla bounced today because the market bounced. But we can see as the market fizzled, it fizzled as well. And so I think by the end of the week, I'll see if my thesis is correct, again, based on technically what I saw. Then somebody say, bro, just be a preacher. Damn, why you want me to? Why I gotta be a preacher, man?
You was cooking in the beginning. You know, they got the delay.
Wait, that delay?
Well, no, you know, everybody don't just go straight to the live. They watch it straight through.
Ah, I didn't know
So
that.
there's people commenting, they an hour behind.
Damn, I didn't know that. Dang, that was crazy. I didn't know that. I didn't. So anyway, that was my thesis behind it. My thesis was behind, I feel like I personally, based on what I see, I think it can come to $200. Based on what I see, I think I rarely do puts. So this year this is my 4th one. We did 3 early last week. We made some money off them. We got out early. Now, here's the crazy part. If we would have stayed in those puts longer, we would have made a killing. But we got out of them early because the market had a 4% down day. You know what I'm saying? So we would have stayed in those puts a little longer. We would have made a killing off it. But we got out of them after 3 days. I was cool with making that bread and going about my business because I don't stay in puts that long. But that's my thesis behind the Tesla put. So that was my thesis behind the Tesla put, and the reason why I showed it because it's a put. It's only out for 4 months, 3 months. I don't really. What's the trip? So that was my thesis behind it. Y'all get to see it. Y'all, I don't hide nothing from y'all. You watching in real time. If I lose on it, I feel good about it. I think my thesis is correct. The market did what I thought it was going to do, make a bounce today. It fizzled. Once the bounce fizzled, we'll get into what's going to go on in the end of the day. And then we'll get a chance to see what happens. I say by the end of the week, we'll kind of have an idea of what the market is going to do. All right, let's go a little further. Let's get to the Freedom Index. All right. So, damn, I was supposed to cover that up. Damn, my bad. So we added a new company today. God damn it. I was supposed to cover that up. Oh, shit. I ain't gonna never hit the end of this one. You hear me? We added a new company today, AGH. I took the profits from Costco. Damn, I'm kind of, man, I ain't mean to show that, man. God damn. Yeah. Costco, so I took the profit from Costco and put it into this company right here, AGH. Again, same thing, Goldman Sachs is down. Meta kind of fighting back for me. NVIDIA, Palantir still there. TPL, and then Williams and Sonoma. Williams and Sonoma. So that is my Freedom Index. We are down 4% on the year. And so, yeah, man, that's where we at. So definitely if you want to come join the Patreon, man, this where it's at, this where the plays at. You get the plays. My bad, Mark P. My bad, man. my bad, man. I ain't mean it. You know what I'm saying? My bad. I ain't mean to do y'all that, fam. I hate when I do that. So anyway, come join the Patreon, man. You sold SMH. I never had an SMH hold right here. So yep, come get it, man. Come rock out with us in the Patreon. Depending on what tier you get on, the $14.99 tier, you get the buy and hold plays, you get the lottery picks, you get in the triple beam team, a master of the triple beam team, you get the lottery picks plus the option plays. And if you in the master of the triple beam team, you get the lottery picks, the option plays, and you get that one Zoom call every go. Somebody say, way to go, Trap. Damn. Oh, man. My bad, man. I appreciate it. My bad, y'all. My bad. All right, let's get into it. Let's go 1-800-TRAPPER hotline, and then we'll get into what we got to talk about. Yep.
I got a question, y'all. So, Trap.
Hey, what the f we doing?
So what's the question? So Trav, you told us the reports you've been looking at JP Morgan and Bank of America. Yep. What other reports do you look at from banks and hedge funds to get a clear market thesis to make future trades and long-term investments? Yes, sir. So I'm looking at Bank of America, right? I'm looking at Morgan Stanley, right? Those two matter, especially right now. If they downgrade something, we downgrading it. If they upgrade something, we upgrade it. But also, not only Bank of America, not only Morgan Stanley, the JP Morgan Chase. Let's go. Miguel and a motherfucker.
Oh, you muted, but man.
Shout out my dog Miguel, man.
Bruh, well, you FaceTime me and said, yo, look I'm out here.
Hey, bro, look. Man, Miguel saw me, bro, and was like, Jack, what's up, bro? He was just chilling, though. He was chilling on the cut, you know what I'm saying? He was chilling with his team, with his squad, you know what I'm saying? Miguel was chilling with the squad, you know? And I was walking with me and Travis, and we was walking, and he said, Jack, I said, oh, shit. Man, what's up, dog? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man, yeah. And, man, I just had fun with him. You know, we locked in. We chopped it up for a minute, you know what I'm saying? Told him I'm proud of him, you did. Showed me his portfolio. I said, man, I'm proud of you, bro. You know, he was like, man, I ain't tripping, I ain't panicking, bro. Like, he like, man, I got this and this, you know what I'm saying? So I said, I told him, shout out to Miguel, man. Shout out to Miguel, man. He was chilling, man. He was chilling, Miguel, man.
That boy dedicated.
He was on it. We called Jose. I said, Jose, look what I got, dog. I called Jose, man.
And he one of the ones I rock with because he got the number. He don't be just blowing me up. But, you know what I'm saying? I rock with Miguel, you know what I'm saying, real hard.
Nah, that wasn't scripted. Some people said that was scripted. I'm like, nah, I was walking up the street. You know, I'm walking up the street, and I think I posted up or something. Me and my girl, Ty, was talking. Nat got something to eat, so she was with security. And me and Travis, and I think Greedy. Yeah, me, Travis, and Greedy. Travis, we was just running it. And Miguel was like, Trap! I said, oh, man, what's up? Started running it right quick. So shout out to Miguel, man. Shout out to Miguel, man. Let's go a little further.
What's going on, Jose? My name is Q, and my question was, I was interested in execute my first play around Quad Winter in March, or this March in a couple of weeks. However, with the market being as volatile as it is, and with everything with the bottom kind of dropping out of it, what exactly should my play here? Should I still go ahead and execute? And I know Trap doesn't do puts, but is that something that I should be trying to look into? What should my play be for my first execution?
He didn't ask you, he asked me, so shout out to you.
He ain't asked me, Jose, he asked you, dog. Answer the man question, Jose.
I ain't got nothing for him.
You been on the show 2 years, bro. 2.5 years, bro.
I ain't got nothing for him.
Bro, you been on the show 2 years, Jose. You can't answer the man's stock market question, bro?
Nah, that's you, bro.
What should the man do, bro?
I know my lane.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? That's you and my son. You know, we good.
So, I think Kawhi Winter this year gonna be actually kind of interesting. With the market going down the way it has been going down. Hey, bro, I'm looking at that picture, bro. You know what's crazy about that picture? Ain't nobody on that phone.
Bro, you got the market up on
I
that
got
phone.
the market on the phone with the phone to my
Bro,
ear.
you remember me saying that a long time ago? I said, yo, you ain't on the phone like the movies. I guess you could be on the phone with the market.
Yeah,
on
but damn.
It's a money call. You know how people put the
dividends
stack
on the line.
They put the stack up on their ear.
So I think you got a good position right there, man. I think that based on, we'll see, you know, for me right now, I'm just being cautious about what I'm doing. I'm being cautious about what's going on, how we moving, what's going on in the game. I think Kawhi Winston will be interesting right now. Remember, I just said April 2nd, they'll have those retaliatory tariffs in on everybody. I think you should see if you don't have now watch this. If you do make a play, are you willing to see it go down 20, 30% and still be okay with it out the gate? If you do make a play, are you willing to see it go down 20 to 30% before it turn around for you, before you make a play? I actually think, in my mind, by mid-April, we'll be all right. I think we'll be all right by mid-April. You know what I'm saying? I think we'll be all right mid-April going into May. But time will tell. But that's how I feel about it, brother. And if you're still looking at executing your play, I think that give you enough time to, study and do what's necessary to get you in the game. So I like it. And if it's your first play, I think you should go an ETF route instead of I think you should go an ETF route. Not SMH either. Not SMH. I think you go SPY or you go something like that. You go SPY or you go financials to make your play. Not investment banking. I think you go another way. But if you're not willing to see your play go down at least 30% without cracking, then don't mess with it at all. And I think that's for everybody. Like, before you get in the play in this market right now, ask yourself, if I lost 30% of this right now, and calculate it, if this play cost me $10,000, if I lost 30% of this, how would I feel? If I lost 40% of this, how would I feel? And when you go into the play, ask yourself this. If I lost 40% of this, how does it affect me in my emotion toward the market? And if I can't lose 40%, I don't need to even much be in here, right? I think that's the mindset you should have going into this. And I don't think you should do SMH. I think you should go either SPY, somewhere like that. That ain't as harsh as the rest of the market. That's my answer to that. Let's go.
What's going on, Trap? What's going on, family? So, Trap, my question has to do with your process for reevaluating the strike price for companies that are going through a correction versus a change in the story of that company. Do you, A, still enter the call option at the original strike price, knowing now that it's offered at a discount, which puts you in a position where you can purchase more options, contracts, or do you, B, move up the strike price, committing to the same amount that you had planned, but you're able to move up the strike price, which puts you in a position to be further in the money as that stock rebounds? Thanks. I look forward to hearing your answer and appreciate all you're doing for the community. Take care.
My dog's serious. It was almost passive aggressive.
He was on a call. That's who told me, "Hey, Trap, you ain't never got to apologize to us, dog."
Oh, okay.
That's him right there.
Yeah, it's semi-passive aggressive, but it's like, bruh, he's serious.
I didn't take it as that.
I don't even know if that's the word I want to use. It's
I don't think passive aggressive.
It's almost in a space like, you better answer it correctly.
I didn't get that from him.
I'm gonna slow my words down. I'm gonna pause, let you think.
I didn't get that from him, man.
Watch what everybody go back through the replay.
All right,
Shout out to my dog.
Let me hear it again. Let me hear it again.
Now you gonna peep it out.
I didn't get that from him.
What's going on, Trap? What's going on, family? So, Trap, my question has to do with your process for reevaluating the strike price for companies that are going through a correction versus a change in the story of that company. Do you, A, still enter the call option at the original strike price, knowing now that it's offered at a discount, which puts you in a position where you can purchase more options, contracts, or do you, B, move up the strike price, committing to the same amount that you had planned, but you're able to move up the strike price, which puts you in a position to be further in the money as that stock rebounds? Thanks. I look forward to hearing your answer and appreciate all you're doing for the community. Take care.
Man, flush Jose, man.
See?
Flush Jose, man.
One, I was trying to figure out if he was at the Gaylord Hotel.
Man, flush Jose. Flush Jose, man. Jose is creating stuff. I looked into that twice. I even listened for what he say he heard.
Listen, passive aggressive ain't the word that I really wanted to use.
That ain't passive aggressive.
I know, that's not what I really wanted to use. But shout out to my dog. We going crazy out here.
Yeah, Jose wrong. Flush Jose, y'all. Flush him. Now y'all see why I be flushing him like I be, yo. He be creating stuff. You know what I'm saying? So no. So we was on a call yesterday and he was like, say, Trap, you don't never gotta, like, we all know what we signed up for, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro, like, you done led us where we gotta go at, we good. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's part of the game, bro. So I definitely appreciate him, man. So I'm glad he actually called in. So after a stock has went through a correction, what has happened now is, remember, after you do your formula, you now gotta look at the current stock price. After you do your formula, you gotta look at the current stock price. So that shouldn't put you deeper in the money. And this is for my people that got the course. After you do your formula, part of your formula is going back to the stock price. And then you're gonna base your formula off the stock price. So it shouldn't put you deeper in the money. It should actually bring your strike price down a little bit based on that stock. Based on that stock price. Now, what I will say is, because it came off correction, I wouldn't go for the lower part of the formula. I would go for the higher part of the formula, that 10, even 5 part of the formula. I wouldn't go down the formula. I will bring the formula up a little bit. And if you went through the course, you know what I mean. And I think that's it. I think you alter the price, the original strike, right? I don't think you move up and go in the money. In the money takes away from what we doing, right? You're gonna pay more to, to buy in what's baked in. I'd rather you come out the money and get more bang for your buck that way. But it's a question you wanna ask yourself. Do you want certainty on the in the money, which is not as certain, but it's a little bit? Or would you rather take that chance and say, hey, remember the market rewards you more for taking the chance? You know what I'm saying? The more you take the game out of your favor, the market rewards you more for playing that game that way. So, great question, King. I thank you again. I appreciate your energy all the time. And we're gonna flush Jose one more time. All right, let's get into it.
Good evening, family. Good evening, Jose. Good evening, Trap. You're doing a great job. How you doing, family? I have a question for Trap. Last week, you put a play on the Uber call on Patreon. The strike price was $80 and the expiration 2025 September. And the play was for $8.70, but I played the same play a week later. And I got the strike price for $72.50. But I got a cheaper contract for $625, and the strike price was $72.50, like I said, but I paid $80. Trap told us not to do that, but one of those things that the money was burning my pocket, so I played it. Anyway. For last week or so, it's not even going to the break-even point. So what do you suggest, Trap? Should I wait? Should I roll up or down? Rolling up or down to see if that's an option, or should I wait it? Should I wait 45 to 60 days for the option to get closer to the expiration date, see how it goes? I know we still have 4 or 5 months left. But what's your suggestion? I'm listening. Thank you very much. Have a good day, Trap.
What's good, family? Man, I appreciate you for locking in. Look like you at work, man. You hear me? I like he said something on here. He said, the money was burning my pocket. I got a shot in my for that because he being real. a lot of y'all, you won't have FOMO, but you have that excitement where you just want to put that money to go. Like the double dutch. Right? I like that. Watch this. In the chat, raise your hand. How many of us that money be done burnt our pocket before? Let's just raise our hand for that. You know what I'm saying? That money done. Listen. When that money, I'm talking about not just burning your pocket to spend on anything. I'm talking about burning your pocket to get in one of them plays. Like, hey, where's that, cuz? Where the play, Trap? The money need, you say the dollar that ain't moving is a dollar that's losing. My money parked, Trap. I'm losing. My money, I'm losing, Trap. What you talking about? I'm sorry. You say a dollar that ain't moving is a dollar that's losing. I'm losing.
I gotta put it somewhere.
I gotta put mine up, bro, because it done burn my pocket like, yeah. All right, so, like, I'm ready to get in, and I'm ready to get in now. Well, what are you talking about? I don't care. It just got... Shout out to my dog, man. I appreciate you, man. So, if I heard that right, you actually did a good job. You waited a week. The play that we got in for 80, you got in for at 72. The play we paid $8 for, you got it $1 and some change cheaper. We paid $8.70 for it. You paid $6.25 for it. You got a $72 strike. But what I think I missed was the date. Did he say September? He said September, right? If he waited a week later, because I think we ran up for a week and then, I think we ran up for about 10 days in that play, and then it came down. So we was up about 10, 12 days in it. So some of it, we was up about 10, 12 days, and then it came down a little bit. Because that's when everything started happening. Like 10 days after us being in it, that's when all this stuff started happening, yep. So, no, matter of fact, I think we was in this already, and then I made the Uber play because it wasn't attached to tariffs. That's what happened. Yeah, because the Uber play was in that week. So I think you actually are in. Now, here's the thing that what I will say about what we do. The break-even price is not going to be as pivotal for the way we play the game as it is for a day trader, right? Your break-even price is not as pivotal as it is for a day trader. So you got a 72 strike. You're at $71 right now, if I'm not mistaken. Today you got to $71. So you probably not in the money yet, but you probably real close based on theta and based on time. Now you still got time, but I think you may be real close. Matter of fact, let me check mine if I'm not mistaken. I think you may be close to being in the money if I look at mine. Wait, what you doing here, man? You tripping. I got a picture of it. Yep, you're not too far off, man. You're not too far off. I don't think you too far. I don't think you too far off. I think you waited a minute, which is not bad. I'm not bad at that. You at 71. I think you'll probably see in the money around 73, 74, because you had probably a big drawback. You had a big drawback, so I think you'll probably see the money around 72, 73. I think you'll be all right. I think you'll be all right, man. I like that play. I'm not mad at you for that play. I like that play. I'm cool with that play. I think that's a good play, especially till September. I think you'll be good. Let's go, man. All right, here's our certified trap of the week, y'all. The Haiti District, Durham, North Carolina, man. Haiti District, historic African-American community that is now part of the city of Durham, North Carolina. It was founded as an independent black community shortly after American Civil War on the southern edge of Durham by freedmen coming to work in tobacco warehouses and related jobs in the city. By the early decade of the 20th century, African Americans owned and operated more than 200 businesses, which were located along the Fayetteville, Pettigrew, and Pine Streets, the boundaries of Haiti. The small community went through years of racial segregation imposed by white politicians and the state legislature. It declined in the late 20th century due to suburbanization, which drew some residents to newer housing outside of the area. In 1958, the urban renewal and freeway project took down houses, businesses, and 200 acres of the community and split it with a freeway. Now, here's what I want to say about that. Remember I told y'all something. Cotton, tobacco, sugarcane. It was the lifeline of America. Right? This was the Civil War was behind. Right? But here's what I want y'all to, so when I told y'all something, and I want y'all to remember when I said something, before the Civil War, before the World War, 90% of Americans lived where? In the South. And then we started navigating, we started moving out, we started making, and then once there was a lot of areas where we realized, hey, check this out. You know what? We agree with y'all. Y'all don't want us over there? We gonna be over here and we gonna build ours. The problem with that was, once you start becoming affluent, once you started realizing that you didn't need to be that was threatening to white Americans. Here's why. Because you had more, and watch this, I'm not saying this to be, you had more poor white people in America than you had. And so, watch this. Here's how things really got crazy in America. It went from black and white to, if you're poor and white, and they are black and affluent, then they're taking the wealth that you should be having. That was the most devious thing that wealthy white Americans did in that time. That was the most devious thing that white America did to black people, to other white Americans during that time. They didn't say, you gonna be wealthy like me. They said, hey, the wealth that, the self-sufficiency that they building, they taking away from you. And that's why I always say, racism is just the makeup that classism wears. That is why I always say, racism is the makeup that classism wears. Why? Because it was classism at the top. It was, hey, they driving cars, they building cities inside of this, they doing this. And so when you looking like, damn. So the number one thing they said was, the wealth and the affluence that they building, they taking it from you. That's supposed to be your business. That's supposed to be your house. That's supposed to be you driving that car. That's supposed to be you with them acres of land. That's supposed to be you with that cotton field. That's supposed to be you with that grocery store. You supposed to be that shoe man. You supposed to do that. And that's why I always say that. When you think about who the overseers weren't rich white men. Overseers were poor white men who needed jobs. Overseers weren't rich white men. Overseers were often poor white men who needed jobs. Because there was one point in time, watch this, there was a point in time where you had white and black in the fields. The wealthy had white and black in the fields. The wealthy had white and black picking cotton. But then it came, hey, check this out. You don't need to be in no field picking no cotton with no, hey, check this out. Your servitude is gonna be, you oversee them. That's how that came. Your servitude, the way you pay your debt is, you oversee them. You still ain't equal to me, but you better than them. You're not equal to me. I'm wealthy. I got the plantation. I got this, but you're better than them. I'm gonna put you in an outhouse. Your house ain't no better than their house. The difference is You got a bed with cotton on it. You can go to the bathroom. You can do whatever you need to do. I got the heater. You got a little lamp. The overseer didn't live too much better than the slave. You not equal to me, but you just better than them. That was the most devious thing that they'd ever did. It was making poor white people feel like the threat to them economically was the working class black. Was the black who was willing to do the things. That was the most devious thing. That's why I say racism is the makeup that classism wore. That was it. That was it. That was it. That was it, y'all. Every time. Every time. The biggest threat to America is black people who become self-sufficient. The minute you start realizing, hey, I could build my own city. Guess what? You don't want me over here? Guess what? I'm gonna go over here. Guess what? I ain't gonna shop over here. Guess what? I'm not gonna live over here. Guess what? So here's what happened. Watch what they're saying right here. Due to suburbanization, right, which drew residents to new housing outside of the area. In 1958, urban renewal, that's what they called it. You know what urban renewal was? All these areas of black people that's becoming self-sufficient, we're gonna tear it down and we're gonna run highways through it. Any city you see where there's a major highway, it started by running through like if you go to the wealthy neighborhoods, the interstates ain't get built through the wealthy neighborhoods, bro. Hey, don't build that over here. You know why? Because I got enough money, my neighbor got enough money, my neighbor got enough money, my neighbor got enough money to say, hey, we got you in office, fam. Don't you run nothing over here. Go run it over there by them. If you go to Tulsa, Oklahoma right now, bro, that interstate runs right through that district. Not only did they run an interstate through it, bro, they built a minor league baseball stadium in the middle of the district. How you build a stadium in the middle of this? You know why? The goal is to eradicate the existence of this. The goal is to eradicate the existence of this. And we got like 8 more that we found. The goal is to show you that you ain't never been great, fam. Your story is slavery. Your story is criminal. Your story is the males ain't this. The story is that you lazy. The story is that you violent. The story is that you a gangbanger. That is the story. That's what the minstrel show was all about. Blackface was all about white America dressing up as black people and showing us as inhumane. The cartoon characters, the Birth of a Nation that they came out with. It was birthed around that, and one of the scenes in there is a white woman on a cliff, and the white man with the black face acting as a black man, she jumping off the cliff saying, I'd rather die than that a black man touch me. This is how the Ku Klux Klan got rebirthed in America. I'm telling you that racism is simply the makeup that classism wears. And so this is why you gotta stay in the market, because you gotta build wealth, fam. And you gotta build wealth not just for yourself, you gotta build wealth for everybody who suffered to get you in position where you have the freedom to press that button, to press buy, to press sell. That's what this is. You can talk about the Freedom Bank, how they got all the black people. We're gonna talk about that too in one of these weeks, where you got all the black people to put their money in the bank. And guess what they did, bro? They just took the money out the bank. They just took the people money, bro. Working class black people who built barbershops, nail salons, everything, got them to put their money in the bank, said, we gonna back the bank up. These are real working class people. They said, hey, they just took the money, took it, bank tell them they were taking it. The government approved that they could take it. Then they try to get Frederick Douglass to come say, put some money in the bank. Frederick Douglass put the money in the bank. He said, wait, hold up. I realized that they ain't got no money in this bank. Y'all made me the faces the whole while. Y'all done backdoor and robbed it blind. Let me get my 10 grand back. Y'all tripping. This is why you gotta do it. This is why you gotta stay in the game. This is why you gotta play the market, through the ups, through the downs. There's people that came before you that died to try to give you position, and they got taken from them, and they built the interstate through it. They put a baseball stadium in the middle of it. They tearing up stuff in Washington right now. How you tear down a black Wall Street Parkway or whatever that was in D.C.? You just decided to tear that up. I'll take that out of here. It's a whole monument. How you decide to just take that up? How you just erase something that's a monument that represents something? We gonna tear it up. You know why? Because we have to eradicate your existence as being great. We gotta eradicate the existence that you stood for something. We can never show you that. That's why we gonna shoot the nose off the pyramids and the sphinxes. And we gotta never show you that. As long as you think about it and you don't have no true facts that you can prove it, we can deny it never existed. How you tear this down? You ain't been in office 30 days. Of everything that's going on, this is the thing that's on the top of your list in 30 days. This tariffs and TED is out. Tariffs, DEI, TED is out. Now, I ain't gonna get into the DEI conversation. I got my own ideas about that, but how you just take and say, hey, this monument gotta go. That's like me saying, hey, the Lincoln Monument, hey, it's gotta go. This monument, it represents something. It gives people hope. This is why you gotta make the decision. And we can look at it as the whole entire, I'm just saying the representation. We know the movement got, oh, we talking about representation matters, y'all. Representation matters. We get so caught up in semantics sometimes, but we forget that representation matters. Representation. Representation matters. So what you gotta do is, on this journey, you gotta make that decision. You gotta make the decision to know it's worth it. All right, let's get into it, man. So I don't wanna get into we had a thing on it. Let's run a clip for 3 minutes and let's cut it off, you heard me? I know we got a video clip. Let's run a clip for 3 minutes because we got a lot to get into.
When it was flush, you know, with black businesses along Fairville Street, along Pettigrew Street, black businesses in commercial neighborhoods. You had 5 tobacco companies here: Universal, Liggett Myers, A.L. Robinson, American Tobacco Company, Imperial. And so a lot of folks went right to the tobacco factories. The good thing about the tobacco factory, they were all unionized jobs. So they gave, black people an opportunity and a tool to use against, discrimination and whatever else happening.
In the 50s and 60s, North Carolina was kind of hitting tough times. Tobacco industry was slowing down, furniture industry, cotton mills were slowing down, agriculture was in decline.
We always felt slighted, like, okay, we're going to give up our neighborhood for all these wonderful jobs in the Research Triangle, which never materialized.
They didn't replace none of the business. They didn't replace none of their houses. They really didn't replace it with nothing but 147. That's what you travel up and down the road every day. When I think about Haiti, I look at 147.
Urban renewal was a policy that came out of the Housing Act of 1949, which was a bundle of policies that basically dictated all of our housing policies for the next 50 years. One piece of that was what is called urban renewal, or as James Baldwin famously dubbed it, Negro removal. How it worked is the federal government gave large sums of money to local governments with very little strings attached. The money was to be used for what they called slum clearance, and slums were very, very vaguely defined. And so in city after city across the country, those areas tend to be poor black areas. And in Durham, the primary casualty was the Haiti area.
The Durham Committee and other entities was really selling this idea that they didn't categorize it as urban renewal. You know, for them it's an economic development opportunity. And so they sold the community on this here. And so the vote was that, yes, we're for urban renewal. They cut out spaces for black, middle management, upper management, and then rank and file. And so, you know, those who were in the meetings or had access to stuff, they really sold this idea, and they were really selling it based on what they were going to get out of it. You look at the Urban Renewal Commission, you see who's on there, no poor people on there.
While revitalization is a ground-up process that benefits most, if not all, the members of a community, in the process of gentrification, there are definite winners and definite losers.
If you just look at the map of Durham, you can see that the East-West Expressway kind of skips the major landmarks, like the American Tobacco Campus, like Irwin Mills, like the Cotton Mills in East Durham, like West Campus and East Campus. So it kind of skirts between all the major landmarks, but it went through less affluent communities of color, Haiti, Brookstown, Monkey Bottom, Crest Street, Hickstown.
It was devastating. I'll tell you how devastating. I come home in '66, I think, out of basic training, and so I caught the bus, and, you know, I tell the guy, you know, cab driver, I'm going to 112, you know, East Enterprise. And, you know, he didn't say anything. Stores driving, and I'm like, whoa, what's happened? Where's my street?
You can see that that whole entire area was quite literally wiped off the map and replaced by this very suburban, low-density style development. And so I think we can ask, where did those people go?
Fairville Street Project, Few Garden, Cornwallis, the ones that was living in the home that didn't own them. I can't tell you where some of the other ones moved to, but I know the ones that was rentals, they ended up in housing projects. A lot of them. So, you know, 147 was a bad deal for Durham.
See, now we got people in the South Side right now who've been displaced from Haiti. They're displaced from Few Gardens. They're displaced from Fairville Street Projects. You can go on and on and on. So they didn't just face one urban renewal, they faced multiple displacement.
I was a little girl, and I remember running up and down Pettigrew. I remember going to the Riggers Theater. I remember going to my cousin's restaurant on Pettigrew. I remember all those things. My kids won't remember that. My kids won't remember but the banging and shooting and the drug selling and all that. Maybe all that was going on back then, but the children did not see it. It was not where we could see it. But they tore away a great part of Durham. And ever since they tore away Haiti, they have been pinching and pinching and pinching on Durham ever since.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. What we talking about, bro? What we talking about,
The
bro?
newspaper ad where it was like trying to get them to relocate.
Yeah.
And had the smiling in the kitchen like, you gonna be happy leaving.
Yeah.
Go on, get out of here. It was a lot in that. That's one of those joints you got to go back to and like, all right, let me go back through this episode and rewatch that. There's a lot in there.
That's hard. Love, man. So, you know, we just trying to, you know, if you see we pivoting a little bit with the show, you know, it's just cultural, man. And here's what I want you to do, man. And I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. You know, we got a dope research team. We doing a lot. Man, if you got a community that you know of with some history on, man, DM me. We'll do the research on it and see if it's for sure, man. If people that's real, you know, like, send it to, let it be a group effort, man. Like, y'all DM me, man. DM me some people that y'all feel like, you know, because we got like at least 70 people in the chamber for sure. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Let's get it, man. Let's go a little further. Let's get into the show, man. All right, so the cost of doing business with Trump. So watch this, man. During the period of Trump's election and his inauguration, just so much, man. Everybody from Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, it's a total of 900 and something, I think $209 billion of wealth has been eradicated. But because it's mostly in stocks, it'll all come back. That's just the way the market is. It'll come back. It ain't no big deal. But I feel you don't see nobody tripping. I think there were some things that were made, that were said, like, you think about this, all these people pledged all this money to him in his campaign. There were promises made. I can bet you there were promises made during that. So let's go a little further, man. And so, man, we look at this, you know what I'm saying? Honda will make its next gen Civic in the United States due to Trump's tariffs. They will be built in India instead of Mexico to avoid the 25% tariffs on goods from Mexico. So one of the things he's doing is people are shifting where they building stuff at. That's another impact of tariffs. That's money Mexico not gonna get from these cars. So that's one of the things he's doing. Trap, you should have the only critical race theory class in the state. Hey, I like critical race. I read that book. That's a really deep, thick book too. Critical race theory. You ever saw that before? I ain't read the whole thing, but I done for sure. So go a little further, Jose.
I think China will take advantage, massive advantage of Trump. What my prediction will be that President Xi will aim to be the exact opposite of Trump. Where Trump is chaotic, he will be consistent. Where Trump is rude and abusive, he'll be respectful. Where Trump is erratic, he will be consistent. And what that will do is build trust with countries, and there'll be many countries who will, you know, looking at China on the one hand and Trump on the other, will find China a more attractive partner. So Trump is not just helping Vladimir Putin on the battlefield in Ukraine, which is bad enough, but by his own conduct, he's providing an opportunity for China this time to take a different approach than the one they did with Trump 1. And really, as I said, they should be the anti-Trump. I mean, they don't have to be against him, they just have to be the opposite of him in terms of style and the way of dealing with people.
So here's the crazy part. As we get into that, when I saw this interview the other day, I said, damn, this is crazy, because I started looking at that and I realized that China is doing everything opposite of what Trump is doing. And I didn't realize it until he said it. It was like 2-3 days ago he said it. I was like, yo, this is crazy. They are doing it. And so you think about some of the things that China has done since Trump been in office. They launched 30 new clean energy projects in Africa. You're trying to build a rapport there. Build the world's first largest dam in Tibet that will generate 300 billion kilowatts of hydropower a year. Unveils the next-gen high-speed train, which is the world's fastest. Artificial sun is set to, that was interesting, an artificial sun.
Paradise. You seen the show, right? You seen it, right? Bruh.
An artificial sun that sets a world record by generating plasma for 166 seconds. Launches the world's first amphibious, I don't know what that is, assault ship. Something that can...
Oh, it can go on land and on and underwater too.
Right, releases an AI model for deep sea for free. Public use, which that wiped out $1 trillion in stocks right there. Started testing 6G internet, beating out Elon's Starlink. Launched 1 km wide solar farm in space, 10 times more efficient than a standard solar. Now, don't forget, Elon owns like 50% of the satellites out of space for the United States. So, like,
They
bruh,
about
like,
to tech us down,
bruh. So they're doing, even recently, when there's animosity, they come in as the peace, like, hey, let's just make peace, fam. Like, let's make peace, fam. We don't want... They're doing everything opposite of what America is doing, bro. And now here's what I will say. Bro, I was telling George this earlier, bro. One thing this country know how to do is fight. They ain't never been scared of no fight. It's the one thing, whether you like it or not, they know how to fight.
Some killers. Some killers.
One thing they know how to fight. And so I really got interested when China said they're ready for whatever. They said, any tariff you put on us, we're gonna put it on you. You wanna do tariff war, we with that. You wanna do trade war, you with that. And anything else you wanna do. Now, I'm a black man. As a black man, this is male language, and white man, Chinese man, this is male language for I'm about what you about. When I say with anything else you won't do, I won't do it. As a black man, I know if I say that, yo, I'm willing to go. It's go time. I'm with whatever you with. Anything you with, I'm with. Once I say that, I done clicked out. I'm ready to, what they say, I'm ready to crash out.
Ready to crash out, bro.
You know what's crazy? We used to say that in prison, dog. That's an old saying. That boy crashed, dumb. That boy crashed out. Bro, we said that in prison in 2000, bro. Real talk. It's crazy how it came back around.
Yeah.
See, like somebody that keep going to solitary confinement, man, that boy crashing out. So when you say that, like, yo, I'm with whatever you with, it's whatever. That mean you, so now the one thing I will say is this. Now, I'm gonna say this, man. I 100% don't think Trump's scared to go to war.
Nah, he waiting. Give me a reason. Say something else.
Nah, I'm gonna say this. Now. Joe Biden, you probably get a, hey, in his mind, he with it. I don't think he the right person to threaten war with.
It won't look good for you.
You don't want that, buddy. You don't want that, buddy.
It won't be good for
you want to go? We got the greatest military in the world. You hear me? We got the greatest military in the world. You don't want that. You better settle down. You would want to settle down. You're talking yourself into something. You want to. Now here's the crazy part about that. If he decides to do that, all you 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24-year-old sons, guess what they got to do?
Suit up. Suit up. And what they got in us is population.
They old.
I mean, you know.
The one thing I don't, and that's just me speaking, I don't think that he the, like, I don't think that he the one to threaten war with. You don't want, and it's not gonna turn out good for neither nation. Let's go a little further, man. I don't think he ain't the one to threaten that way.
So Dwayne said, nah, he wouldn't fight, but he would send other young men. That's what we talking about.
That's what they do.
He's in his office.
That's what every president do.
Right. Yeah,
ain't none of them. Now, George Bush fought in the war.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We know they not gonna fight. They know they not gonna, they gonna send the troops.
Sparta?
Send the troops, yeah. This ain't, what you think this is? You think this King Solly? Boy, that ain't Saul, yeah?
Right.
Boy, go to the wall, you gonna send it? Oh, that's what you wanna do? You got the wrong guy, buddy. How much gold is in Fort Knox? The United States Bullion Depository, AKA the Fort Knox, holds over half of the Treasury's 428 gold reserves. Now, here's the crazy part about it, bro. That's how you know they say we holding more gold than everybody. Now, here's what I've learned as well. Watch this. Somebody said, Big Boy says 1.4 billion Chinese and 352 million Americans. Watch this, dude. Let me say something. Let me say something about this. Now,
look, I knew we weren't done with it.
I just want to say something about this.
It's cool.
We were also outnumbered by the Britain. That's why George Washington got it. That's why he is known for being the big dog. Britain, the redcoats, they was bullying the world when they had control. Go look at how the redcoats are coming. Nobody ain't want to fight them. George Washington figured out a way. So George Washington broke, watch this is what people don't know. George Washington broke, at that time there was what's called war protocol or etiquette. War etiquette. War etiquette at that time was if you saw a captain on a horse, you did not shoot the captain. That was war etiquette. George Washington said, I'll be damned. George Washington, when they came on the land, what people don't know as well is he actually partnered with the Native Americans. So people don't know, the Native Americans taught him the Native Americans taught George Washington guerrilla warfare. They taught him. The Native Americans got in the trees, got in the grass. The Native Americans taught him a different set of rules because the Native Americans don't care. If you on a horse, you getting shot. George Washington brought the Native Americans in. They don't tell that part of the story. The Native Americans helped America win that. And that's how they got their freedom.
I know he brought that up, but my thought process too, they might not be able to fight with the guns, but if they attack our technology.
So watch this, bro.
I'm just saying.
So here's what I want to say to that too. Think about this. For every movie that you see that comes out, do you not understand that America already knows that that is a possibility? There's no movie that we see that America hasn't already put that into the equation. It's just on you to be prepared. Hey, don't we got the book that I just got? Let me show you the book I just got right quick. Bro, we gonna be I told you it was gonna be a long show, so I just bought this book and I think everybody should buy this book. You cannot buy this book if you want. It's on you. Everybody should buy this book. No Grid Survival Projects. How to produce everything you need on your own property, fam. Everybody need this. You need this book. You need this book.
They said they got it in the cart right now.
You need this book. I'm telling you, you need this book. Next thing now let me tell y'all this story right quick. Quick story before we go where we gotta go. I told y'all it was gonna be a long show tonight. It don't matter. I'm getting through everything I got. Put the camera on me. Me and my cousin went to a gun show this weekend.
That's why y'all was hyped.
What?
Y'all just talking about the trenches and the country.
Oh, nah. So me and I said, cuz, we gotta go to a gun show, cuz. You know, George, former military dude, so he loved that type of thought. So we go to the gun. So first we thought the thing was out here. We go there, I say, cuz, this ain't no gun show. I say, they got children up in here. Nah, I ain't
How
saying.
about saying in Texas they gonna have the kids at the gun
I ain't
show?
saying that children ain't gonna be here, but cuz, this ain't no gun show. So we go in there, we realize it ain't a gun show. We pull up where the gun show at. Gun show was an hour away. So we walking back to the car. I say, cuz, what you gotta do today? He said, I ain't got really nothing to do. I say, brother, go drive that hour. Go drive an hour, dog. Let's go. He said, man, let's go then. We go to the gun show. Bro, it's way in Jefferson.
I don't even know where that's at.
Jefferson, Georgia. It's about 30 minutes from Athens or something, bro. It's way out there. We so far out there, bro, like the gun show was across the street from a prison and a park. No lie. And they had they had soccer games going. It was full. They had like 1,000 people out there at the game. And they got a sign that said, like, you know, don't pick up no hitchhikers. I say, boy, he ain't going far. He come here. This is in the boondocks, God. If I'm lying, I'm dying, y'all. If I'm lying, I'm dying. 95% white folks in there. The only other black people in there was the gun dealers. They were selling guns. 95% white folks in there. I looked at cuz.
Cuz looked at me.
So we got to be on our P's and Q's in here, cuz. The reason why we got to be on our P's and Q's, not only we in the middle of nowhere, we know for sure everybody in here got pistol. We're going to just chill, you heard? We're going to stick together, and we're going to navigate this gently. And, bro, we saw some dope stuff in there. But we saw rocket launchers in there. No lie. I say, cuz, this is a rocket launcher. It's real. I say, oh, they ain't playing. Everything, bro. And I immediately told cuz, if you ain't preparing, you gonna be shish kebab.
Sauteed.
Fricasseed.
Air fried.
If you ain't preparing, fam, bro, they had the knives in them. That's what caught me and cuz out. It wasn't even the pistols. It was the knives that they had in there. Bro, they got a knife. They got knives where you can hit a person, and bro, it got the blade twist. I say, cuz, you know what this mean? I say, once they hit you with this, you dead. Internal bleeding. It rips. I remember that from in prison. Dudes used to make them knives in prison. Because if they hit you with it, every time they come out with it, they pulling something. Some type of ligament coming out. I say, cuz, they hit you with this, you dead, bro. That's puncturing. You done. You gonna die, you gonna sit there, they gonna say, hey, we can't fix it. I say, cuz, this is dangerous, cuz. I say, but that lets you know, cuz, bro, they been having guns, they been having them, bro. I say, cuz, I don't know when it's gonna happen.
Something gonna happen.
I say, bro, but the tension in America right now is at an all-time high. And people need to buckle down. I went and ordered that book when I got home. You need a gun, you need a couple guns. I'll tell you right now what you need. You can listen to me or you can not listen to me. You can listen to me or you can not listen to me. This ain't me putting no fear in you. I'm just telling you, you looking at it. You looking at it. You need gold or silver, or gold and silver, coins, get them. They gonna be, you need to get you some cash, but you need gold and silver coins because no matter what, that's good. You need a couple pistols, not just one. You need a couple of them. You need a handgun, you need a shotgun, you need some type of semi-automatic.
And a grenade launcher.
Nah. You need a handgun, you need a shotgun, and you need some type of semi-automatic. You need at least 1,500 rounds per pistol. You need at least 1,500 rounds per pistol. 1,500 rounds for your gun, 1,500 rounds for your shotgun, 1,500 rounds. And I'm telling you, that ain't high as you want. Or you can be creative, because me and Cuz saw this. You can get the machine and the empty shells and know how to make your own. You got the machine with the empty shells, you can make your own. I ain't that creative and all that.
Wait, they got the machine to make your own at home?
Yeah, you can make your own ammo.
My first bullet maker?
I don't know. It's gonna come in handy. So you need that. Next thing you need is you need a bunch of first aid kits. Not just one. You need a bunch of first aid kits. Like, just go to the store and buy them. Band-Aids, peroxide, alcohol, gauze. Band-Aid, peroxide, alcohol, gauze. You need as many as you can. You need batteries. All sizes. All sizes. You need flashlights. You need a few different type of knives. Next, you need tools. Screwdriver, shovel, pickaxe, wrenches. You need tools, Allen wrenches. You need that. Next, you need water. A lot of it. You also need these pellets that you can put. I got like 1,000 of them right now. 1,000, I mean, I got like I think I got like 50 of the things. It's pellets that you take. You can throw the pellets in clean and dirty water. It cleans the water. You need that. I order them all the time. They come in packs of 3. You need that. You could take the pellet, throw it in the water, whatever. If it's dirty water, it can be whatever. It's gonna clean the water out. You need that. You need canned goods. You need just non-perishable goods is what it's called. You need that. You need that. You need a generator. You need a generator. Watch this. You need a bulletproof vest. Category 3. You need a bulletproof vest. Category 3. Oh, it's called Category 3, right? Level 3. That protects AR-15s, 223s, 7.62s, 9. You need that. You need that. And I think you need gas cans. You need some type of solar shield. And you need some type of ATV.
I mean, real talk.
And some radios.
People think it's a joke.
Well, people do think it's a joke until it happens.
Right. I mean, I even see some of our trappers. Oh, no, we joke a lot. We do. You know,
I ain't joking,
what we
dog.
do. But this
I ain't
is,
joking. I ain't
know
joking.
what I'm saying?
You need wipes.
Yeah.
You need wipes. Things that your lady need, you need them. Wipes, soap, you need that. Gotta be okay with taking cold water baths. All right? Let's go a little further, man. I ain't tripping. All right, Land of Millionaires. Let's skip this one. We'll get this one another week. I won't get into, skip this one. Right here. This is what I want to get into right here, y'all. I told y'all I wanted to talk to y'all tonight. It's a couple slides I want to talk to y'all about, right? America, China, and Russia's interest in Greenland, y'all. So I did really heavy work on why is Greenland so important? And hold up. I wrote this down. I gotta find it in my thing, y'all. And I did this, I said, oh, this crazy. I said, I gotta break this down for my people. All right, so watch this. Right? So the reason why I wrote this down is because I wanted us to really talk into that. So one of the things you'll hear a lot of right now is America with Greenland. You're gonna see Trump saying he won't buy Greenland. You're gonna see, damn, what is this thing at in my phone? Yep, so you're gonna hear Trump saying, he wants to buy Greenland. I wanna say last year or 2 years ago, he actually stopped China from buying Greenland. And Russia has about 10 outposts around Greenland. Now, Trap, why are you telling me this? I have no idea about this. Well, here's what I want you to understand, right? Here's some things that Greenland have. It's a strategic location. Greenland is positioned, and this is me just taking notes. Greenland is positioned in the Arctic, which makes it vital for military and global security. That's one thing. Second thing is natural resources. This island is rich in rare earth minerals, which is uranium, iron, and valuable minerals. These resources are increasingly importantly for technology and energy sectors, especially as the U.S. seeks to reduce reliance on China and materials. I'm gonna get into that a little bit more. In the comment right now, tell me if you trapping with me right now. Say, bro, we trapping right now. I told y'all this was gonna be a kind of a long show tonight. I know it is, but we locked in tonight. I told you I wanted to teach a little bit, right? So you're gonna hear Trump say, we wanna buy Greenland. You saw they just made a move with the Panama Canal, right? Right? You see, you seen him like, yo, we won't buy Greenland. We won't, like, he said, hey, we won't buy Greenland. Again, they just shut it down last maybe a year or two from China, and Russia has actually 10 or 15 outposts around it, and Russia, the outposts are only 600 miles away from it. It's only 600 miles away from it. Greenland, think about how Alaska is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a distance away, but Alaska, you don't look, but Alaska is vital. Go look up why Alaska is vital to America. Go look that up. There's some things in Alaska that, we don't think about Alaska a lot and all that, but Alaska is vital to America.
Do you know the story on that?
No, tell me about it.
I don't know. I was just wondering how they all just say, hey, give me that piece right there.
We'll talk.
Okay.
We'll do that for another show. Yep.
All right, bet.
Yep. But Alaska is so vital for America, y'all, right? So Greenland is one of those places. Now, mind you, it's not that big. So you're like, damn, why is it so important? But check it out. Also, geopolitical competition. The Arctic is becoming a contested region due to climate change, which you always hear people talk about. Climate change, climate change, climate change, climate change, right? Which is opening new, watch this, it's the key word right here, which is opening new shipping routes and resource opportunities. Controlling Greenland will strengthen U.S. influence into Arctic against Russia and China, which is why we made the graphic with Russia and China. When you the big dog, you gotta start doing stuff that keep you as the big dog. And this is why I keep telling people, to take America from that #1 spot is not gonna be easy. Yep, Russia had Alaska first and so did the U.S., 100%. And go look up why Alaska is so important, and go look up the pressure that we had to deal with Russia. That wasn't an easy trade. That wasn't easy for us to get that from Russia. Go look that story up. You feel me? But I promise you, you overlook Alaska, but yo, you don't get a lot of stuff without Alaska. Fun fact, Greenland is more ice than green, 100%. Right, so watch this. Yep, Black Rock just for the Panama Canal, 100%, Cortez, you in it. So watch this. So now think about this. Think about what's going on right here. Let's put some things together. Again, I know it's gonna be a long show, but think about this right here. This is why I need y'all to understand this. It's not just about stocks. We need to understand what's going on right here. So watch this. Trump tariffs puts us in a situation. Import exports is one thing. It's global trade. But guess what? if we control Greenland, it puts us in a position to have a what? A dominant position. Think about something. When you playing chess, right? When you playing chess, you got to be able to be what? Dominant and defensive at the same time. And so one of the things you try to do is do what? They say when you really chess players, great chess players try to control what part of the board? The middle. They always try to put some positions in the middle of that board to make, and so they can navigate you one way, right? So that middle of that board is positioning, right? Think about when two boxers are boxing. One of the things they go for is what? Positioning. Who's controlling what? The center of the ring. Now, there's some good fighters that can fight off the ropes, but what he truly want to do is get what? Position of the middle of the ring. Greenland gives you position when it comes to importing, exporting, shipping routes. Because watch this, if we control shipping routes, it gives us another way to do what? Tax on you. Like we going to somewhere, hey, we put a toll booth here, you put a toll booth there, Greenland becomes like a toll booth. Positioning. Notice, one of the first things, hey, we won't buy Greenland. They stopped China from getting it not too long ago. Now think about this. China don't just give up on nothing. So what did we have to do to make China say, all right, bro, we're gonna go at this another way? And why has Russia got 10 outposts around it 600 feet away? Greenland is vital.
My dog playing chess, and everybody else playing Connect 4. This is crazy.
Everybody playing chess.
Man, this is crazy.
You said I'm playing chess?
No, I said he playing chess.
No, everybody playing chess because everybody understand it.
Okay.
So that's why I'm talking to us about it.
Yeah.
They saying like, so people be like, hey man, there you go. Somebody's, dang, Maurice, you took the words out of my mouth. Greenland is so strategically positioned, you can attack anybody from there. The attacks, like from Greenland, you can hit anybody. Now, of course, you can, well, I can hit anybody from anywhere, but it's about positioning. How can I strike you fast enough where you can't catch me? Greenland gives you that position. Why do you think China tried to buy it? Why do you think Russia has 10, 11 outposts around it? They're 600 feet away. This is important for us to understand. So when people be saying, man, everybody else playing checkers and Trump playing chess. No, he playing chess too. He understand what it is, but everybody playing it from a different angle. The thing about this is the people got to feel it no matter what. The people got to feel it. Let's go a little further though. Economic potential. Watch this. Greenland's vast landmass offers untapped economic opportunity, including mining, energy, and exploration. We heard something come up a couple times here. Mining, gas, energy. Mining, gas, and energy. Let's go a little further. It's gonna be good, y'all. This was the meat and potatoes what I want us to get into tonight because I wanted us to understand like what we doing. Somebody say most military people know these things. Go Navy. Let's go, man. I love it. All right, so watch this. We heard three things. Energy, gas, right? So watch this. Oil is the key to the recession. So watch this. Oil is important. Oil is so important, y'all. And what I want us to understand is what we don't know is that, and what people don't realize is that America is the biggest producer of oil. Produce more oil than anybody. The flip side of it is we use more oil than anybody. Our consumption is at a high level. So watch this. I wrote down some of the things that you may not know that you need from oil, but here's it is. And I take notes forever. So watch this. Here's some of the things that come from oil. Energy products: gasoline, diesel, jet fuel, heating oil, and propane. Next, plastics and synthetic materials: plastics, synthetic fibers, nylon, polyester, and polyurethane. Third, medical and cosmetic items: aspirin, antiseptics, pacemakers, MRI machine, lipsticks, and deodorants. This comes from oil. Industrial uses: asphalt on roads, lubricants, waxes, fertilizers, and solvents. Consumer goods: toys, diapers, backpacks, sunglasses, and entertainment equipment. Over 6,000 products in America are used with oil. A great thing for y'all to go watch is the thing called Landman. Go watch that. Go watch that series so you can understand about oil.
What's it called?
Landman. So watch this. The reason why that's so important about the tariffs, because watch this. Impacts on tariffs or Canadian or Mexican oil imports are expected to rising the cost. Now, gas goes up 20 to 30 things a gallon. It has an economic ripple effect. Why? Because gas is one of the #1 things that we use. So if people are using more money on gas, then it now takes money away from what? Other things that we use. Those global prices then. So why does America want to drill? Because America wants to, like Donald Trump said, what he said? Drill, baby, drill, because they need to find more oil so they are not what? Dependent on these other countries. Are we trapping? Are we trapping? So watch this. The U.S. economy consumes about 20.5 million barrels of oil per day. Then it produces about 13.5 million barrels a day. That's creating a gap that must be filled. Many U.S. refineries are optimizing for heavier crude oils, which are often imported from Canada and Venezuela. Question: why is Trump pushing on Canada like that, knowing we need lumber and oil and energy from them? He has to have some type of strategic stance that we don't know and understand yet. But I just want you to understand what's going on, so when you hear certain things and when you read certain things about oil and you read certain things about goddamn on Greenland, you're not just looking like, well, I don't really got to care about Greenland. Yes, you do. No, I don't really care about the oil. I'm just worrying about the gas tank. No. Oil is in 6,000 products that you use in America. At least 6,000. All right, let's go a little further. The U.S. participates in global oil markets, exporting surplus like crude while importing others like oil to meet specific needs. So that trade is important. Why? Watch this. America, even though it is a new country, watch this, y'all. Watch this. We are so much of a consumer nation. Everything we need it in mass supply. Watch this. I'm about to tell you something. Oil is also used in the fertilizers that they use to speed up the growth of vegetables and livestock. Oil is used in the fertilizers that they use to speed up livestock and plant growth. Why? So people be asking, yo, you shouldn't have to pay for organic foods. I agree with that, but guess what? Because we are such consumers, number one, America wastes more food than any other nation. We waste more food than any other nation. So why do you think that we gotta mass produce chickens, mass produce cows, mass produce that, because we are so good. We are such a luxury nation. Luxury meaning we have access to so much, we disregard how important it is to have certain things. So you may be like, man, my grandma, the reason why your grandma been eating bacon her whole life and she ain't got cancer because the bacon she was eating then and the bacon she eating now is two different kinds of bacon.
That came from out back.
That goat and cow she was eating then and that goat and cow she eating now is two different kinds. So the reason why our cancer done went through the roof. Why? Because America now has to mass produce everything. You can't, listen, there's not that many chickens in America for all, there's wings on every corner. There's chicken in every store. There's a wing in every, there's wings on every corner in the hood. There's chicken in every store in America. There's also chicken in every restaurant you go to. There ain't that many god doggone chickens in the world. So guess what they gotta do? You gotta mass produce them chickens. You gotta feed them that fertilizer that's been hit with that stuff, that's the corn. You gotta mass produce it. Why? Because Americans only know what? Gimme, 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 gimme. What happens is, yo, we got into that. We need it, we want it, give it, give it, give it, give it, give it, give it. So now the farmers gotta mass produce. Is it right? Hell no. But they're trying to meet demand. And so what happens when you kind of meet demand? I'm in the streets. What happens when that work get a little slow? Hey, we gotta stretch it. How you stretch it? It's the same thing they're doing right now. Hey, we gotta stretch them chickens. Cluck, cluck. We gotta stretch them cows. How you stretch them? We gotta make them grow faster. The same cow that took a year to get where it gotta go, we gotta get that in 90 days. That same chicken that probably took 6, we gotta get that in a month. It done went from birth to full grown in 60 days. Because as Americans, but watch this, we didn't do it on our own. They positioned America in the world to be the greatest country in the world. You can come here, you can get, that's why you pride yourselves in having a foreign car. You pride yourself in having this. You pride yourself in having these certain luxuries. Why, when you go to places like Finland, it say they may not be as rich as America, but watch what they start saying when you go to these other places. They may not be as rich as America, but guess what they have? Better what? Quality of life.
Now you cooking. This is a joint on Netflix. Is just talking about technology waste. They were talking about clothes waste.
Yeah. We're the most wasteful country, bro.
That joint threw me for a loop. Cause you go into the store, you like, yo, they got a whole new, it's the new season line.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just wild. And the technology waste, man, I forgot what his name on Netflix. I know the trappers will tell me, but it was very insightful for real.
So let's go a little further, right? Why does America want to drill more? Why? They want energy independence. This is me just I've been taking these notes. I've been waiting for y'all for this. Right? Why does America keep drilling? Because they want energy independence. Drilling more domestically reduces the reliance on foreign oil, enhancing national security and shielding the economy from global supply chain distractions. Now, who was paying attention a couple years ago when we were having supply chain shortages? Let me go a little further. Y'all remember when that barge got stuck? Remember when that barge got stuck and it took how long for it to turn? They couldn't get it out? And the world started like, yo, it's stuck. We need it. That thing being stuck bagged up so much stuff. So one of the things you got to protect yourself as a nation, America. So again, this not being, that's why I said I want y'all to get y'all feelings off y'all sleeve tonight a little bit and listen to what we saying right here, right? I do not agree with a lot of stuff this dude do. But what I am saying is this. As an American, America, because we are such a gluttonous country, and we've been gluttonous so long, it's actually part of who we are, an all-you-can-eat buffet. So to take us off of that would be we wouldn't even know how to operate in that type of situation. So there's a consequence to that. That puts us at the what? The mercy of doing what? Depending on other countries, depending on China, depending on Canada, depending on this, depending on that. So because we become dependent on that, that now becomes a what? Crutch. It becomes a crutch. And so, watch this. When you become dependent on that, watch what it does. It takes away your leverage. When you become dependent on another country, watch this. If you allow them to feed you, you give them permission to what? Starve you. That ain't just talking about that. America is in that situation. So you have somebody, again, this is me not defending nothing, it's saying, hey, bro, we got to try to, like, hold our own right now, dog. That hurts. That's painful. And here's where it hurts. It hurts the American people. It hurts the American people. Why? Because we the ones got to pay more for everything. And the reason why it really hurts is because you got to pay more for everything when you already in a situation where you have more month than money now. So an extra $20, $30, $40. When the dude in Canada said, hey, bro, he bucked on him yesterday. When America said, we putting them tariffs on them, then China hit him with 100%. Canada said, hey, bro, I ain't no punching bag. Hey, Trump, if you don't take them tariffs off, we gonna put 30% tariffs on all the things, right? Let's run that video right quick. Let's run that video. Now, something came out today that stopped it, but let's just run the video right quick.
Until these tariffs are off the table, until the threat of tariffs is gone for good, Ontario will not relent. We will not back down, pausing some tariffs, making last-minute exemptions. It won't cut it. We need to end the chaos once and for all. We need to sit down, work together, and land a fair deal. A deal that gives businesses the confidence to invest. A deal that gives workers the security they need and deserve. Until then, Ontario will keep up the fight. We will apply maximum pressure to maximize our leverage. That's why today we're moving forward with a 25% surcharge on electricity exports. For the 1.5 million American homes and businesses that Ontario powers, homes and businesses in Minnesota, Michigan, and New York. This surcharge will cost families and businesses in these states up to $400,000 each and every single day. On an average, this will add around $100 per month to the bills of hardworking Americans. Let me be clear. I will not hesitate to increase this charge. If necessary, if the United States escalates, I will not hesitate to shut the electricity off completely.
Now let me say this. Hey, that boy tried to stand on business, but guess what? Trump came in there, and it wasn't really Trump, it was the other dude. I always watch him on CNBC, I can't think of it. He be going crazy. They talk, shut that down. But before they did that, Trump said, hey, guess what you want to do? Bet 50 more tariffs, more. But hey. But here's the thing about that, y'all. Here's the thing about that. Canada stepped in and said, hey, bro about to leave. We don't even want that kind of smoke. We don't need, hey, check this out. Hey, let's sit down, let's talk. And they came out today and said, hey, Trump said, hey, we not gonna put the 50% on. But here's what I wanna say though. Here's what I wanna say. How many people knew, I didn't know, but how many people knew that Canada supplied electricity for those 3 states? That's the threat I'm talking about. It's Minnesota, New York, and who else? Michigan. Not to mention, we get about 60% of our lumber from houses, from Canada. I didn't know that until, but here's what I'm saying. When we are so dependent on other countries in certain areas, we don't really know it until what? The stuff hit the fan. And then you like, wait, hold up, because I was like, damn, hold up. Canada's, like, I'm thinking Southern Company, energy in New Orleans, Atmos Energy. I'm like, wait, hold up, Canada supply energy? Now I realize those countries are right there by Canada. Oh, they supply energy right there. Oh, guess what? They have the power to hit the switch if they want to. Here's the dope part about it. Guess what? They supply energy in New York. Guess what's in New York? The market. The market. Now, I don't know if they supply energy there or not, but here's what I'm just saying. The reason why America now wants to drill, is why Greenland becomes a thing, because they need more internal strength. Okay, watch this. Hey, y'all cool with like another 30 minutes? Y'all cool with like another 30? We cooking right now. If y'all want me to shut it down, I can shut it down right now, y'all. I can shut it down right now. I can shut it down right now, you hear me? Jose, you know it's freezing. We done ran the internet off. Damn. It's freezing all over?
Nah, we good.
Oh.
Good.
Right, can we run it another 30 minutes? Can I get another 30 minutes, or are y'all good? All right, so watch this. Now again, I don't know if it's connected to New York. I don't know if it's, because I don't think they would be that reliant, but bruh, think about the people who they are. So think about this, if 1.3 million people go without lights, yo, if they hit the switch on 1.3 million, here's the thing about that. Watch this. If somebody get bold enough to hit the lights, what does that now say to the other people? That's what I want you to understand. That's what I want you to understand. If somebody is bold enough to say, hey, check this out, you know what, bro? Like, we not about to deal with all that, bro. Like, we ain't funny on no more. What does that say to Mexico and Venezuela? Because here's what we do know. I'm about to use Drake up right quick. You see how many people turned on Drake once Kendrick Lamar started like getting at him? You saw how many people turned on him once how many people you think are turned on America once one person get at him? Now, don't get me wrong, they gonna fight. America, you gonna have to jump them to beat them. But how many people you think are turn on them once one person say, hey, man, we straight? Man, we straight. What if Canada say, bet, you doing that, bro? We gonna increase, because watch this. If Canada say, bro, we gonna up the price on our lumber by 80%. Guess what happens? The houses that we in right now, the houses that's going, guess what? Because there's already a shortage on what? Houses. Because we don't have the proper lumber in America to build a, guess what? We got to go to Canada. We get majority of our lumber. Guess what? If you go back maybe like 2-3 years ago, guess what them people were saying that was in construction? Hey, bro, the lumber cost high right now, bro. That lumber cost high. That lumber cost high, bruh. So all I'm saying is, so you have somebody, and this is why I say, let's get our feelings on the side, and let's just think about what's going on and what we need, right? As a person who lives in America, I 100% say, bro, like, if we don't become dependent on ourselves, bro, like, we at risk because we caught in beef with too many people. But in order to do that, the people gotta suffer, and that's a lose-lose because the average American right now don't have $2,500 put up. The average American is down at least 130 days on a doggone car note, right? The average American is at least down 30 days on one bill. The average American right now needs 2 jobs to make ends meet. Consumer spending, consumer debt is now at $1.6, $1.7 trillion. The average American can't afford an extra $100, $200, $300 a month coming out their check on gas and these other bills. Let's go a little further right quick. I wrote this down. Energy prices and inflation. High energy prices drive up inflation, reducing consumer purchasing power and increasing cost of business. This suppresses demand and then leads to slow economic growth. Next into that, energy is a fundamental output for every industry. It's volatile. How energy costs can force businesses to curtail operations and shut down. Let's go a little further. Depending on fossil fuels, heavy reliance on oil and gas make economies vulnerable to price shock and supply disruptions. Transitioning to renewable energy can stabilize costs. Let's go back to why we want Greenland. Let's go back to why we want Greenland. And lastly, economic growth link. Energy supports industrial activity, transportation, and infrastructure. A reliable and affordable energy supply is essential for sustaining economic progress and downturn. So this is why you need to understand about energy. This is why you need to understand about oil. This is why you need to understand about supply chain. This is why you need to understand about why them people won't buy Finland. This is why you got to pay attention to what's going on. I know your money in the market, but you need to do research. When they start saying certain topics on there, you need to say, oh, they talking about Greenland, let me write that down. They're talking about tariffs, let me write that down. They're talking about reciprocal tariffs, let me write that down. They're talking about what does Canada do for America? What does China do for America? What does Russia do for America? What does Venezuela do for America? What does America do for these countries? You need to write all those things down so you can understand what's going on. In order to be great at building wealth, you got to understand what are the things that are essential for wealth building. It ain't just the stock market, y'all. The stock market is tied to real-life products. The stock market is tied to real-life products. And so once we understand those things, we need to really get into it, why these things are happening. You need to know why is TSM coming over here? Why is it important that TSM come over here? Why does China want to take over TSM? Why is China threatening TSM? You need to understand that. Why is the Ukraine, why is that war so important? You need to understand those things without being emotionally tied to it. The problem is we get so emotional, it eradicates our sense of focus. We gotta be, I'm not emotional. What I am right here is I am understanding what the hell is going on. A lot of us are oblivious to what's going on in this world. We just waking up, we just randomly doing what we gotta do. We let social media tell us everything. And that's why I say we gotta be non-biased. We gotta go for facts, not funny. We gotta go for education, not entertainment, if the entertainment ain't educating us properly. And with that being said, man, good goddamn night. It's your boy, the Wall Street Trappin, man. This is episode 134, bruh. Listen. I hope y'all love this show tonight. I know we went, deep in it. I hope y'all had a good time. I hope you all enjoyed the show. I know it's kind of long. We went 3 hours and 4 hours almost. But I knew this was gonna be one. I ain't get through all my notes. I felt like this was dope. I wanted to get to this, man. So with that being said, man, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night, man. Come join the Patreon, man. Come join Trappers Anonymous, man. The link is in the bottom. We got an ebook out, man, How to Invest in the Donald Trump Market. I think that's real cool. right? But most importantly, man, make sure you get your merch, Trapper Apparel Inc. Make sure you come back and watch this show again. You know, Jose, we gonna cook this up. Shout out to the team. And also, man, I just want y'all to know, man, that like, this game is serious, man. This game is serious, man. This game is serious, man. This game is serious. But you got what it takes, man. You got what it takes, man. So, man, go download. We on all podcast platforms. We on Apple. We on Spotify. We on Google, man. Go download them. Man, share it. I want to tell y'all, man, I wouldn't be, my team wouldn't be, we wouldn't be nothing without y'all. We hit a high tonight. We got to 6,000. We got the 6,534 people in the chat. That's our record. We love that, man. Thank y'all for sharing it. We appreciate y'all, and we ask that y'all do it each and every week. You know, we getting better and better, and I hope y'all appreciate what we doing. I love y'all, and y'all have a good night, man.